Please confirm that we have high quality video by populating a 1. Confirm that we have high quality audio by populating an A, alpha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and click the play button. Again, confirm that we're getting good audio coming from the video right here that's being played. I think you guys will enjoy this one. I'll enjoy it very much. I think both of these gentlemen could benefit greatly from my Master Communicator course. And unlike anyone else on YouTube, I'm the only one who is a paid world-class speaker who has spoken and been compensated by speaking to graduate courses, MBAs. We're talking about high-ranking schools like the Kellogg School of Business, governments, Chinese government, South Korean government, Puerto Rican government on a paid basis. I'm the only one with proper education and credentials to actually be teaching you. But let's go ahead and take a look at this debate. I think it'll be very instructive, and thank you for sharing that. That is the very best course on communications, whether we're talking about interpersonal communication, body language, that is yours, and also interpreting that of others, and of course, public speaking, and importantly, debate tactics, which relates to this here. Ladies and saints, let's go ahead and get to this work. Here we go.
Modern day women just don't qualify for the top tier men, and that is the truth.
A woman is a divine reflector, and she will reflect who you are.
Single moms, to answer your question directly.
You know, that's a fascinating formulation he put. He writes he stated a divine reflector. I also want you to pay attention to the way in which he uses the word divine. It's quite interesting. But moreover, this could make sense in as much as the persons around you are a representation of you at some level, right? Birds of a feather flock together. That is, whether they're your male friends or your romantic interests or even your business partners. So there is truth there. And we find that with all persons who have been able to capture a bit of success, you can't do that with all lies. You see, no one's that dumb. You must have truth mixed in. I think both of these gentlemen will provide us some good learning today. So let's take a look. And the hosts included, and shout out to them. It looks like they run a reasonably professional outfit. They did not answer my question, although they did have him answer some other super chats that were posed. I thought that was curious, but let's carry on.
Recreational use only.
I don't think we should keep telling women, oh, your value is lowered because you have children.
Well, that's the truth. We should continue telling them the truth. And in fact, we should do more than tell it. We need to enforce it. And I'll take a unique position among all of the persons on YouTube. And I will say that I encourage women to be very cautious about whom they would lay down with. And if they are to lay down and get up and be pregnant once they got up, that is the man you need to stick with. And I would encourage you to go back to him unless he was physically abusive out of anger. If that is the case, then yes, you might want to find someone new, but otherwise you should probably go back to him. A blended family is no family.
When a woman meets a man, she has to add value to the man outside of sex in order to retain that man.
Before y'all get married, I love you his fitness job. The woman.
Hey, they were both exchanging some real shots during this interview. I hope that whatever interview I would do is a lot more respectful here because I might need that fade afterward. You dig? They were both throwing some real shots. I think Brody said Yada was 5'4". That was crazy. I am going to need somebody to drop his height in the chat because that is insane. But either way, shout out to my short kings. You dig? I ain't here to judge. I'm here to love. And Yada was going in, bro, was definitely waging some real psychological warfare tactics. It was a beautiful thing. Me personally, as a tactician, I see this now. This is all lower level. I'm the best to do this by far. It's not even close. In fact, it's kind of like this. It's like, imagine you go to your local neighborhood basketball court, right? And everybody there hooping, balling. You got some real neighborhood hoopers. They doing their thing. The girls on the sidelines watching. And you got these two guys, like they really nice out there. But then Jordan show up and Jordan, they knew, see, the audience might not know me, but I'm your favorite basketball player's favorite basketball player. So I show up, they don't even want to let me run. They don't even want to let me run because they know when I step on the court, like nobody's going to look at them the same. You hear me? So they want to keep me off the court. And I understand. I'm the best to do this by far. This is child's play. But as a tactician, I will go ahead and analyze this. You dig? Yeah, I'm the best to do this by far. It's not even close. And you might say, Marquett, you're so cocky. Yeah, that's true. That's keen observation. I am the best though, because it's just not close, right? It's like when Jordan comes on, all of a sudden the guys who look like they were good don't look good anymore. You're like, oh, that guy was above average, but he wasn't the greatest. Now I see that there are levels to this. Anyways, let's carry on.
Woman is the greatest gift given to man by God.
That was insane. He said, woman is the greatest gift given to man by God. I would have thought being set into a garden where you do not work and where the food grows in abundance, I would have thought that would have been the greatest gift. But I always remind you all, any religious man you hear speaking of his holy text or of his God, you will need him to quote direct from the scripture, which is to say, God said, وَإِذَا مَسَّ الْإِنسَانَ دُرُدًا لِجَنْبِهِ قَائِدًا قَائِمًا فَلَمَّا كَشَفْنَا عَنْهُ دُرَاهُ مَرَ كَأَنْ لَمْ يَدْعُونَا إِلَى دُرٍ مَسَّ كَذَلِكَ زُيِّنَ لِلْمُسْرِفِينَ مَا كَانُوا يَحْمَلُونَ. Tell me what God said in the exact words. I don't want to hear an interpretation because often they're making up things. So what I'm reminding you guys of is this. Any person who would say that they're a man of God, they must only master one book, the Bible. That's it. You mastered the Bible. Now you have one book that you can reference constantly and make it seem as though you know something special, when really you are of limited knowledge, fooling those who are only a bit more foolish than you. And so when I hear these persons who claim they are godly men and they speak of their gods without quoting the scripture, I get so suspicious. And furthermore, I always wonder if what you're saying is so true. Explain it to me in secular terms. Explain it to me in biological terms. Explain it to me without divine this and the holy this or that. Just tell me what it is. Bro said, Cooley takes care of 2 white kids while dating a white woman. Again, with the racism, ladies and saints. Now, one, I'm not condoning being with a single mom. And if I ever end up like that, well, I probably wouldn't be with her. I might smash and dash. But I'm not condoning it. I don't condone it. I don't promote it. People make mistakes. And if I did that, that's for sure a mistake. It wasn't on purpose. But why the racism? Like, look within yourselves. Why the hatred? It's so provincial and silly. Stop with the racism. If the mistake is that he got with a woman that is unworthy of him or a woman that is out of line with what he teaches, let that be the end of it. Not the drag her down because she's white and drag down the children because they're white. I mean, this is silliness. Who teaches this stuff? And also, if you're going to be racist, be a real racist, be an effective racist. Go catch some bodies and stop babbling on the internet. No, really, I mean it. Be about it. Don't be a fake racist. Be dedicated. Like the skinheads or the Klan. Go get something done.
And have a hypergamous nature. You want a superior. You don't want an equal.
My woman's not beneath me. My woman is my equal.
The whole Me Too movement.
See, that's crazy. I'm never going to say that. It's not that she's my equal. She's a woman. I'm a man. We don't even need to compare the two. That is the moment you know that you have gone astray, when you attempt to compare the woman and the man, for they are different with different purposes. We needn't, organize them against one another. Very problematic.
Is innuendo.
These women ain't just leaving these men. They're tired. They're mentally falling apart.
Bro, wildin'. Why bro wildin' like that? Bro, straight wildin'.
It is time, family.
I don't have any background on these two fellas right here. I presume from their way that maybe these two fellas are Christians. Someone would have to let me know, but I'm not familiar with them. I have seen their show on YouTube, meaning like their thumbnail, and I've watched a show of theirs with Yada and Anton, and I remember my sentiment after that one was I was quite disappointed. I didn't feel like either of them had really done their thing. I think in this particular debate, there was definitely more action and more entertainment. So I did enjoy this one more than the Anton versus Yada, which I didn't feel like they were talking to each other as much. I didn't feel like they were engaging in each other. I felt as though they were kind of having two separate conversations.
We are in the building.
Incredible
Welcome
trailer.
to Hardly Initiated. It is your host, Tyshawn Jackson, in here with my
Nigga, that is a black name if I ever heard one. This man is black. Bro, he's been named for the culture. Tyshawn Jackson. I feel like this is like a bunch of guys running out into a basketball court. And ladies and gentlemen, number 42, we have Tyshawn Jackson. Bro is definitely black with that name. Like, you fill out a job application, you already know they are not racist if you got invited to the interview. These people are guaranteed anti-racist.
co-host, Ryan, catching.
Like, bro had to become a podcaster because none of his job applications were getting accepted with a name like that. Don't worry, I can relate. Marquett, people probably think I'm a black woman. I mean, that's probably worse. I don't know. But yeah, bro had to be a podcaster. My nail got on the John B. turtleneck. You hear me? With the Joe leather joint or the Mario leather joint. My old heads know what I'm talking about.
It's that season, I think.
And then bro next to him, his name is Ryan Catchings. You know he got some Caucasian in his family. Ryan Catchings. Hello, Ryan Catchings reporting for duty, sir. Second Lieutenant Ryan Catchings. Sir. Like, bro sound like he got a yacht and everything. That's amazing.
Now when we talk relationships, it gets real creative. It get real spicy now.
It gets a lot different when
These seem like two good brothers. But bro, the left look like Lamar Odom. Yeah, I had to say it. He don't look like Lamar Odom. Somebody let me know something.
y'all on here, and this is a conversation that you guys have been waiting for.
Yeah.
Because we have two heavyweights here in the building, and this is something that y'all have sent us, both of these brothers, quite some time, and we brought them here together in a way that you probably have not imagined. The Cooley back in the building. Welcome.
By the way, I'm gonna go ahead and take a pause for the cause. Goodness, man, I must not be as good at my job as I thought. I need to stop podcasting, do something more I'm better at, apparently. I need to stop podcasting. I'm not good enough at it. Use the information below to support the work. I'll give you guys a little bit of time. If this is not something you're interested in, I totally understand, and then I'll go on to something else, which would probably be cleaning up a little bit and then going to bed. I might get in another workout, but I'll give you guys a chance to decide. Let me know. Peace to the saints. And by the way, it's hustle mania, man. It's hustle mania out here. And, you know, I'm tempted to go for 3 today. I really feel like I got it in me. I feel like I can do 3. I think I did a stock live today. I did a second one that was more philosophical and historical. This is my 3rd one. I feel like I got another one in me. I could do it. It is hustle mania. I really could. Anyway, shout to Moneybag Mont, right? Support. Shout to Promise, supporting the work. Appreciate you. That sounds like a new name. Love to see that. Acknowledge Beasto, right? Support. Peace of the Saints. Good to see you. Been a little while. May I acknowledge? Shout out to Kyle with the bowler alert. He writes, peace, Saint. Appreciate the hustle. Absolutely. I appreciate you as well. Shout out to the real ones. Looking forward to seeing you at Saints Weekend. And may I also acknowledge Kenneth, who just got the black box on ebook. You can get that at thesassin.com, TheSassin.com. And you know what? It's a real story. It's a true story. And apparently there's a lot of fake stuff on the internet, so you need to peep it. Shout out to Dimitri supporting the work. Appreciate you. We got a couple Dimitris within the Assassin. Let's go ahead and get this work. And I'll go as long as you guys love it. You dig? I'm here for the people. I'm here for the people. Got my bald head brother here. And we got a lighter skinned Tiger Woods here. Let's go.
Welcome back.
All praises.
Yada to Harley Nation and David Cooley. Welcome.
Bro, hilarious, man. I think I would love to face off with bro just because I find bro to be personally entertaining. You feel me? I find bro to be personally entertaining to me. This guy's a funny guy to me.
Brother.
Man, appreciate you.
How y'all feeling, man?
I don't know what my Neil Cooley was decided to dress like. My Neil Cooley then showed up like the outer shirt is like my nigga, then went on a Caribbean vacation. You heard me? Then the undershirt is 1990s NSYNC boy band. No, you didn't hit us with the V-neck, my Neil. That's completely inappropriate. Y'all wildin' still wearing them damn V-necks, but it's all good though. I still got love for you, player.
All right.
Feeling good, man.
Oh, praises.
Yeah.
I'm
Good.
fasting right now. Them 24 days is getting me down.
Bro, that ain't nothing. I've been fasting for 800 years, man. 800 years. I'm on 803 days in. It's crazy out here.
Yeah, so let me let y'all know
Man,
right now.
incredible, by the
Yada
way.
is on a
Praises.
40-day fast. Just
Oh, man, these guys must be big fans. You heard me? They big fans of Yada. Shout out, babe. Take care of your people.
water and tea. Today's day 24.
Praises.
And he's still in the building here with us today for the debate.
Praises.
All praises. All praises. Come on, Brody.
All praises.
So I'm happy that you was able to steal.
Listen, man, the super villain is in full effect, man. Y'all don't want to let me loose on none of these balls. You hear me? There's not one of them that can withstand the onslaught. Don't let me loose on any of these balls. It'd be so damn tragic. It ain't even funny, man. They all shaking in their boots, terrified, and I don't blame them, man. I will maul these characters.
Here,
This is
make it here,
insane.
make it with us. This is gonna be an important conversation.
Definitely.
What I want to do here, just to get the chat popped up, the people names.
Let me our initial debate. Now, the guests have not been informed of the topics prior to the debate. After each round, we'll get audience feedback through Super Chat.
I'm assuming these guys are perhaps Southern from their manner and the accent. Seems as though they're reasonably professional people, straightforward, and they're attempting to engage a proper business where they have a debate forum. So I'm interested to see what they do. And if they're partial, I'd say based on the introduction already, they seem to be more familiar with the Yada fellow and to probably favor him. But, it is what it is. One thing I know for sure is that when, whatever you do, whatever your pursuit is, whether it's hoop, it's entertainment, it's business, it's music, whatever you do, when you display excellence, people tend to move over to your side. So let's see how things proceed.
Chats and polls. So guys, any super chat, all super chats will be highlighted right here live on the screen, but any super chat over $20 would actually be read by myself live on air. And toward the end of the debate, of course, we'll open up the phone lines for this.
Does the fair-skinned gentleman have a nose ring, or is that a skin tag or something like that? If someone would let me know, I'm just curious, as that informs who we are, a bit of who we are.
Initiates, so you can actually speak to the
Not be familiar. You saw the trailer with my.
We should keep telling women, oh,
And shout out to them for creating these trailers. I think that's really neat, and it seems as though they have a nice professional production element to theirs. So very impressed.
your value is lowered because you have
Bro really be staying cute though. Shout out to my nail. Keep up some unnecessary Jim Jones shades. Oh, my nails stay cute. That's beautiful.
children. 250,000.
Damn, my nigga be switching up the shade game too. He be staying in them costumes. My nail crazy with them costumes. Shout out to Brody. Where's bro from? Like, is bro from America? My nigga be hitting us with them costumes.
Goes into an account that I have no access to. Oh.
This nigga be saying some of the wildest stuff on earth. I feel like in my old days, I'd have sent one of my broads at him. He over here talking about, I got $250,000 that goes into an account that I ain't got no access to. That's just for her. That's just for her. He sound like one of them old fat black sugar daddies. I'm talking about Cedric the Entertainment black and Cedric the Entertainment fat. You dig what I'm saying? Come over here, girl. I got a little something for you. You know what I'm saying? You know, I used to be a player back in the day, boy, but I'll buy a little bit if you're selling a little bit. You know what I'm saying, baby? Nah, that's crazy. So there's no need to put money in an account that only she has access to if, according to you, she's going to be in your family for all time to come. There's no logical reason for that.
Only her. My woman's not beneath me. My woman is my equal. These women ain't just leaving these men. They're tired. They're mentally.
That's fascinating. It's like, bro, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Shut up!
Falling apart.
There you have it. And the emails from
bro. Look at this right here, boy. Look at bro right here. I like bro. Oh, everything.
the last debate.
Oh, praises.
Man,
All
how has it been? Have
praises.
you had a similar response since the last time you've been here, Harley Initiated?
Oh man, it's crazy.
All
It's
praises.
crazy.
And listen, you want to see him, you can't help but
My nigga Cooley looking intenser than a bit right now. Cooley looked like he did just caught like he's in the interrogation room. You remember on Menace when they had the tape and you was wondering if the homie didn't snitch though you sitting in the interrogation room sweating like a Hebrew slave. Bro, intense than a bitch. It ain't even started yet.
seeing him because David Cooley, you are on everybody's radar, on everybody's timeline. And you might say a lot of things about
Hey, he ain't lying. The nigga Cooley been getting cooked by the whole internet. But check this out. What I like about bro is he's a real one. He like, look, I'm gonna just keep doing this work though. Like bro ain't took no days off. It's Hustle Mania 13. I love to see it. And that's what I recommend. You know, life has all of these things. Life promises you to bless you with ill health, loss of your loved ones, loss of your wealth, various forms of challenge that are common to the human experience. And it's the greatest among us who can endure them with a smile on our face. So shout out to him for persisting through this.
the brother, but you can't say this brother is scared of any smoke. My brother is willing to debate anybody. The day we're gonna move forward somewhere under a rock.
For the top tier men, and that is the truth. Single moms, to answer your question directly, recreational use only. When a
Honestly, bro, I don't even want to use them for recreational use. It get like that every now and then. You know, I got a couple of them that's thicker than a Snicker, but you know, I'd prefer if they were not single moms. You dig? I mean, but hey, it get like that sometimes.
woman meets a man, she has to add value to the man outside of sex in order to retain that man. The whole Me Too movement is innuendo. It's in your nature to want a man that's just better than you.
Bow!
Now, Cooley, you got to be one of the most polarizing figures online right now.
Yeah, and in regards to that clip, John and some clip together.
You know, we're gonna get some clarity here tonight because many people may not know where you stand on these different things. Clarity in the conversation.
Bro, really over here trying to be a bro be going out of his way with this religious scam. This shit crazy. Oh my goodness. Bro be going out of his way. He like, let me hold this up in the camera. Just count these like this is insane. Shout out to bro. He's staying in character like a mug.
Do we got to go ahead and shout out any episode sponsors before we go ahead and move into it?
I don't know.
You know, having more traditionally married men and women in our community. That's just a very foundational part of what we believe is, you know, going to really help us get back to where we want to be. But, you know, Cooley, again, a lot of these questions are inspired from a lot of the talking points that we've heard from Yada, as well as a lot of the talking points that people may be familiar with yourself, Cooley. So I think you have a different perspective, and I want to get some clarity there.
Stop this.
Because the question we're posing is here: should marriage be the ultimate goal for men? Okay, guys, should marriage be the ultimate goal for men? Cool.
Okay, that was wild. I've never seen that before. Basically, I couldn't stop the video from playing. I try to stop it periodically due to the copyright system that is automated within YouTube. You might wonder why I do that. That is why. More importantly, I do want to give you guys a heads up that we've been seeing very unusual things occurring with the technology, not only right now, but also in the live stream previously. As I say, there are things that will challenge you, especially when you are doing the right things. You know, the wicked, they stay active. One thing I would like to note, and in fact challenge, though it is not a part of the debate, is the gentleman spoke of having more traditional marriage within our community. I understand the concept of those who think they're traditional or would like to return to tradition. They often refer to things that actually never existed. So the first thing you have to do when you hear something is ask, is that true? Well, return to more traditional situations or families or marriages within our community. You have to ask, well, did that ever exist? If it did, was that our model for our people, since you've racialized this presumably to the Black American community? And furthermore, so did it exist? If it did exist, was it something for our people or our community? And then thirdly, what are the discrete outcomes that you're seeking by pushing more traditional marriage? And then lastly, will that actually fit if you are able to map that onto the existing life ways and behaviors of a Black population that is largely immoral, undisciplined, and unable to go back to the old marriage structure, which also had a different economic structure, particularly because I trust that you are referring to those families that existed under de facto segregation. Come on now, let's get after it. So anyways, I say that to say that I actually challenge the basic definition of marriage, and also if it ever was a good cultural fit, and if it is today a good cultural fit for the Black American.
I want to start here with you on this one. Do we think that marriage should be the ultimate goal here for men?
Yeah. So if we're pre-modernity, the laws and regulations around marriage was different. Women weren't in a workforce as much, and the relationship dynamic was different in the 40s and the 50s and stuff like that. So at that time, they created laws that would benefit the woman if, divorce happened, because majority of women weren't really working. Now, we're in modernity now. Those laws haven't caught up to today's time. So now women are in the workforce and they're working. There are more women that graduate.
So Cooley's bringing up a good point, which is basically saying that economics, gender relations, and therefore marriage has changed. And with them changing in parallel, to return us back to a more traditional marriage structure, you'd have to also be able to recreate the economic circumstances and the social circumstances. That makes sense.
College than men. So not only are they working, but they have higher education and stuff like that. So I would say to that question, would you sign a contract that the other party is incentivized to break it? You know what I mean? That's a question that I would propose to.
So what I would recommend right now from a critique standpoint in terms of sharpening up his impact and his efficacy as a debater, orator, I would say we need more energy. We need stronger presence to start off with. Another thing that I talk about in the Master Communicator course is your appearance. And there's no doubt that you're going to have a disadvantage if you're wearing a cookout. You got on a cookout outfit and bro then dressed like a Creflo Dollar. You're going to be at a disadvantage off rip. So I'd love to see more energy in Cooley just off rip. So I think that is in lack.
Anyone that's, about to get married. Totally not against marriage. I think it's a beautiful thing. But as in regards to signing that piece of paper, that's a different story. That's not, that doesn't make sense, actually. But I think, people should definitely get married and strive to be married, men and women, through the church, where, it's not these laws that incentivizes the other party to break it.
That's a really good point. I would have been interested to hear him elaborate on the piece about the law actually incentivizes bad behavior, particularly on the part of the lower income earner or the woman. And often it's the same party. So that's an important conversation to have, especially being that the overwhelming majority of divorces are brought forward by women. So diving into that, he'd establish a strong base. Furthermore, when you're speaking, it's like in boxing. When you're throwing a combination, the last punch of that combination, that's the one you want to hit hardest. You really want to turn over that punch and land that one the hardest. If you're, say, throwing a 3-punch combination and your first punch is very hard, you might miss because you haven't set them up yet with the jab. But more importantly, if you hit them really hard, you might knock them out of position so you can't catch them with the hook because you hit them too hard with the first one. It's really the ending. It's the good night piece. It's the closer. How are you closing? And I'd like to see the close driven in a little bit more strongly. May I acknowledge, shout out to Carl supporting the work, writes peace to the saints. May I also acknowledge Kane, writes peace to the saints, out here from Bulgaria. Have I been to Bulgaria? I'm tripping. I got a good friend in Sofia. It's really a pity I haven't been in Bulgaria. I think it's generally a little bit chilly when I'm in that part of the world and I want to drop over to Bulgaria. Shout out to Carter supporting the work. Appreciate you. Matter of fact, I might drop over on my way back from the men's trip. And there are just a few tickets remaining for the men's trip 2025. We'll be going and getting custom handmade suits and custom handmade shoes. You didn't even know that was possible. It is possible. As I said, shout out to Carter and the folks supporting. He writes, all praises, all praises. It looks like things are a bit slow here, and I'm going to go ahead and wind down unless you guys want me to carry on. If you do, send it in. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and close it down, presuming that maybe this is not a terribly interesting topic to you all.
Got it. So essentially you're saying you respect the union of marriage, but you don't agree with the legal
just the laws,
aspect.
just the the legalities behind it. No.
Got it. So personally, yourself, just if you're talking to a guy, you're giving him some game, you would probably say, hey, brother, like, I don't recommend you legally get married. That would probably be a recommendation you make for a brother.
Well, no. That's not even a recommendation. I would say, hey, if you're going to go into something, you have to go in smart, right? And one, you want to know first who you're going in this contract with. Also, I would, recommend.
Okay, so a couple things. Number one, the moderator, in my opinion, was not necessary to clarify what Cooley said because what he said was fairly clear and simple. It was not complex. There was no novelty in what he said. It's been said before by many other commentators. So as a result, we needn't get an elaboration on something very basic. Furthermore, he then poses a question. So at this point, I'd say I find these two moderators, if their role is to be debate moderators, to be a little bit too involved right now, which is to say it's kind of like when the boxing match is going on and the ref keeps stepping in to separate them, or, the ref is doing too much. It was like, bro, back up, let them fight out of it. So I would have probably just yielded the floor to Yada for him to engage the point as opposed to like trying to tease it out because it was already quite bare for all to see, hear, and understand. So that being the case, I think that was a bit strange. Now, what I would take issue with from a tactics standpoint, I think Cooley has a reasonable premise to start with, and it seems as though he backed down on that based on what the moderator said to him, which is ironic because it's almost like the moderator is providing, the initial pushback on his argumentative point, and Cooley didn't stand firm on it, which is to say, well, yes, that's correct. I'm saying do not get married under the American law. That's my position. It apparently perhaps is not Cooley's, but my position is do not get married under American law. It is disadvantageous unless you are the one coming in and you got you a rich female. Then go ahead by all means. It might be a come up. Shout out to Caleb supporting the work via Venmo. He writes, I just had this conversation with my lady today. She knows that I don't want marriage, yet she will not leave. I've even tried to break it off, but she came back. Thoughts, peace of saints. I think it's a beautiful thing. That's how it's supposed to be. And that gives you a good sign because many women, especially today, are flighty. And let me not start saying today. Let me not say modern women because humankind hasn't changed a ton, but they're increasingly flighty. And that is due to many factors, some of which are lack of religiosity, social media, breakdown of families, and the growth of government and the supports that help them make bad decisions.
In the prenup, you know what I mean? So this person isn't incentivized to divorce it. Currently, right now, we live in a society where women...
See, I disagree with that. The prenup is not going to help you. It will, put it this way, it's not going to prevent. It will help you, but it will not prevent. And our goal is to prevent it. Even with the prenup, you'll still end up in court. It'll be expensive and you may take an L. So it is what it is. You'd be better off just to avoid the situation altogether. Anyways, and also a woman who actually is on your program, she's not going to require that. And in fact, she's not going to do much dictating and leading of you. She's going to yield and let you run the program. Not even let, she's going to yield to your program. Shout out to Promise, supporting the work. Appreciate you. Came in twice. Shout out to Carl. I guess he wants to see this work. Carl writes, getting a marriage license from the state government is a he writes, is a polygynous union with the state as your woman's other woo, talk about it. He kicking some game now. He writes, a private khutbah is preferred, or ketubah is preferred. Bruh, man, I'm telling you, let God judge it. You know, let it be upon your word. May I acknowledge 7 writes, peace of the saints. I think you should look into Archer Aviation and Joby. Both stocks are under $10 and they're seeking to revolutionize air travel, air taxis. You know, that's funny you say that because I actually already have Archer Aviation. I've already gone in, gobbled up a bunch. It went up, sold it, and bought some more. So I'm already in Archer. Joby, I'd have to do another review on, but we already looked at that. So if it's not in my stock portfolio currently, either I have an open buy order or there was something wrong with it in my estimation. But both of them we've already reviewed. I appreciate that. And you are on to something. That is correct. I agree with you. Personal aviation, as I like to call it, is the future, no doubt.
And are pedestalized, and they are pedestalized in a way where they only prioritize how they feel, generally speaking. So there's a lot of women that 70 to 80% of divorces are initiated by women. And a lot of these divorces is because...
Oh, you know, side note too, the funny thing in listening to, say, if we go down the line, right, of say you take Myron, Cooley, and then Yada in terms of the way they deal with females, I find Cooley to be a very moderate person in the way he interacts with them. I find him to be very moderate and in many cases accommodating, yet stern and straightforward as appropriate. I think he has a really good balance there. I think Myron goes hard on these thoughts, and truth be told, the level of thottery that goes on Fresh and Fit, like, you can't blame the man. I mean, praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. It's good to see. As Yada would say, all praises due. All praises due. So I think there are the thoughts on Fresh and Fit are more thoughty. And I think he goes hard at an appropriate level. Probably not. Probably he goes too far every now and then. Yeah, as I think about it, he probably goes too far. But I enjoy seeing it. It's entertainment. There's no doubt about that. And I think that Cooley is, pretty reasonable. And Yada, bro, going overboard. Bro, going overboard. We got another Derek Janky Jenks. We got another one.
Woke up one day and he's not the guy for me. He's not the guy for me anymore. I don't like him anymore. Now, of course, there's many other reasons, cheating and all of these other type of things that's involved in to why the woman initiates the divorce.
So another thing with regards to debate tactics, and this kind of a formal debate, what I would do is try to give them a smaller target so that I can counterpunch, which is to say, the more you say up front, the more the combatant has to attack. Whereas if you say very little and then you make them speak, then you can just counterpunch. And that is speaking to the wisdom of it being easier to destroy than to create. It's easier to destroy an argument as opposed to creating an argument. So I would force the other side to create a flawless argument. And when they fail to do so, inevitably, I would then poke holes in their argument and destroy it, as opposed to trying to erect my own edifice of knowledge and perspective. I'd let them put up one and then just destroy it. So you have to be very strategic in this kind of thing and just ease in. I think he's giving up a bit too much right now.
Divorce. But if you actually look at it, which I've studied it, it's a lot of it is because it's feelings.
And Yada, what is your opinion on this?
Man, first I want to say, in the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful,
Bro, wildin'.
strengthen me.
Bro is wildin' with all this. I'm gonna start. First, I want to say, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil. Like, bro, stop it. Just get to the damn debate. I know cats in the audience, like cats on set, had to be like, bro, here this go again, man. Here he go, bro, hurry up, man. Yada's a funny guy. He's a funny guy. Anyways, shout out to Clay supporting the work. Gentleman has been supporting all day. Appreciate you. Shout out to the real ones.
Allow God to speak and the devil to be quiet. All praises. Like, let me do this.
Wait,
I
hold
wanna
on. Did he say let me 3 times? What is going on?
most merciful, strengthen me, allow God to speak and the devil to be quiet. Praises. Like, let me do this. I wanna.
What in the world? Oh boy. If you guys want to go on, go ahead, send it in. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and wind down because this brother then said, let me 3 times. I don't know if I want to let him. I don't know if I want to let him. He said it 3 times. He begging. All praises due. All praises due. While we're waiting on this, let's go ahead and I want to drop in a poll real quick. As you guys know, I'm working on that show that will basically test out if women who claim that they want a provider can actually be housewives. Let's take a look. So let me just drop this poll in and get your perspective on this. One moment. So here are let me see if I can get 3 options. There we go. And this show is about teaching women and like really testing if a woman can be a housewife and deal with a real provider. So one show name is called Can You Be a Housewife? The second show name is The Housewife Experience. I wonder, should that be experiment? Who knows? And then the last one is called Woman Enough. I'm not going to tell you which one's my favorite. I'll let you guys go ahead and vote. Poll is now up. Oh, and by the way, for those who come in and have something to say, I'll read whatever you have to say. It's $15 and above I read. For the people whose names are familiar or it might be their first time, I might read it. So if you're wondering like how that's working out, that's why it's working out like that. Anyways, shout out to the Diet Bender. Good to see you again. He writes, looking forward to Saints weekend. Was a message already sent out to the Saints who secured a room? And also I shared the Saints giving footage and pics with your email. Peace of Saints. I did receive that. Appreciate that. Secondly, yes, it was. We did send out messages for that. Let me know if that is what you are needing. We have one very shisty accommodation I might be able to give you, but I'm warning you now, it's very shisty. Okay, it's very shisty. Anyway, shout out to Travis. He has somebody else's photo, and he has not paid the minimum. And I've never seen him before. Shout out to Promise, supporting the work. Promise came in again. Appreciate you. Carrying on.
I want to speak to the Red Pill Society for a moment. I really want to speak.
Bro said the Red Pill Society. I don't know what that means. Oh, that's crazy. Shout out to Chai Reacts, or Shy. He writes, Peace of the Saints. Shy Reacts appreciates the game. Appreciate you. Shout out to the real ones.
To these brothers because I understand. It's in 44 told everybody I beat on her. Right?
Okay, so you guys got to hear this. You got to hear this.
When I started to understand, let me do this. I want to.
I got to hear this.
I want to speak to the Red Pill Society for a moment.
Red Pill Society.
I really want to speak to these brothers because I understand that a lot of you men are hurt. Like a lot of you men are hurt. I was in a relationship with a woman, And when I started to exit,
Mind you, I want you guys to observe how those in the society who are the weakest, the least mentally stable, the most broken, for some strange reason, they find it in their sick narcissistic minds to step out in front and try to be the leader of you. When, as I remind, they are no farther ahead, they are no more stable, no more educated, no more intelligent than you are. They are broken themselves, yet they think that they can help you. It's just an exercise in their own narcissism. And what we see right here is he's trying to appeal to those who are hurt and suffering. And you'll notice that certain kinds of entities, they look for those who are suffering because those are the persons on the margin of society. Those are the ones who are susceptible to being captured by a cult, captured by a religion, taken in by some message or some silly internet group. That's where you get the red pill ragers. They get together with other nerds that are also mad, or you get people who are drug addicts or alcoholics and they become Jesus lovers, not because they ever believed in Jesus, but because they were so beat down and so low, they thought that something beyond them had to lift them up because they couldn't feel the God within themselves. So you'd have to ask, did you really believe if you only found God in your suffering? You couldn't find God, you couldn't see God when you were strong. You should wonder about that. And, you know, I don't think God would appreciate that kind of thing. Would you as a man appreciate someone who only wanted to call on you when they were in distress, but they couldn't find your phone number when things are going well? In the Quran, it says that you call my name, which is to say God. You call my name when you are in all postures. When you are standing, when you are lying, when you are prostrating, you call my name in all postures. When you are suffering. But when I remove your suffering, you forget my name. That's important. Yeah, it's so easy to be religious and call the name of God when you are in need. Those are the most disgusting beings among us. Can't tell. I encounter them every day. Every day, people come to you with need, rarely with an offer. And that's why I encourage all of you to become wealthier. There is nothing more godly than wealth, abundance, the ability to give. So many of you are in need. You are taking. You are takers. You are bloodsuckers. I can't tell you how often I'm out in the society. I walk into a particular venue with a young lady. Gentleman says, hey, man, I watch your content, love your stuff. I appreciate that, man. Peace of the saints. He says, you know what? Can I get you on a podcast? I was like, on what podcast? I was like, oh, on my podcast. I'm going to start a podcast. And I was like, from scratch? Are you starting a brand new podcast? He was like, yeah. And in my head, I'm thinking, so we just met, meaning we're strangers. You didn't tell me your name. You are not a current member. Because if you were, you would have said that, right? And I tell you guys what, if I would have met the young man and he was a current member, just off the fact of us randomly encountering each other, I would have said, yeah, let's go. And I'm the kind of guy I would have literally said, I'm probably not going to show up to your house or anything or invite you to my studio because we haven't met. But if you're a member, I'll give you 10 minutes right now. Let's do a little pre-record. I'll record on my phone, record on your phone. I don't care. Let's do it right now. I will take out the time right now with this chick. I will make her hold the camera for both of us. We could step aside and do a quick little 10 minutes. So you got a 10-minute video long enough to monetize. Put that on your channel, bro. And I'll do that just off the love right here, right now. If you're a member, just because we encountered one another, just because you're a member and we encountered one another, just because of that. But I don't know you. You're not a member. You just hold your hand out to beg for something. I'm like, that's crazy. That's insane. Is that how you treat people? Is that how you would want to be treated? You see someone and they ask and ask and ask. Come on, man.
From this woman told everybody I beat on her, right? I was facing 44 years.
Now this is crazy to me. Because we all have, I don't want to say we've all caught cases. I have. Hopefully you guys have it. I've caught a number of cases, goddammit. And everybody I know has caught cases. My grandma, my mama, my daddy, everybody's caught cases. All the homies. 44 years for hitting a woman? Come on, bro. People catch bodies and don't get 40. Stop it, Brody. I don't even know if I believe anything you're saying. But more importantly, the question is, what is he doing strategically to set a foundation for this debate? Because this has nothing to do with the debate. Why are you telling us old grandfather stories that don't have nothing to do with nothing? Niggas over like, man, I hate going to granddad's house. That nigga always telling long stories. And granddad's in there like, boy, back in 73, back in 73, well, I was a bad boy. I remember one time I went to the roller skating rink with your auntie Stephanie, and look, it's like, bro, like nobody is on that. Why are you telling this long, unnecessary, unrelated story? It's so strange. He's trying to emote and also pull in your sympathy, which is very, very predictable for someone who appeals to the woman. Emotions is what he's working on. Emotions. Yes, trying to get at your emotions with probably a false trumped up story. Probably all lies. 44 years for beating abroad? Nah, Brody, I don't think so, especially if you don't have any priors. And if you do have priors, what are they? What are they? What are your priors, little buddy? I'm curious. Hope you ain't got no sucker stuff on your rap sheet, my boy. But I find it strange that you would face 44 years over slapping up abroad. That doesn't even sound quite right. That's a basic assault or maybe a DVs. 44 years? Stop it, bro. That's ludicrous. But more importantly, are you guilty? Were you guilty? Because if you're not guilty, I mean, fight it, right?
In prison, the internet ran with it. They ran with it. They didn't need proof for them. 44 years.
Bro be getting his act on. This man, get this man an Oscar. He was like 44 years. I was facing 44 years. The internet ran with it. She claimed I hit her. I did not hit her. 44 years. I was a slave for 44 years. All praises due. All praises due. I've been fasting for 19 years. Like, bro, he be getting his act on.
Years. They told me to plead to 15. 15 years.
Nigga be repeating this stuff. They told me to plead 15 years. Nigga, we heard you say 50. Yeah, I say that twice. I'm only give you a couple more times to say 44 years and 15 years. I'm going to give you a few more times, okay?
Something I did not do because a woman said I did something because she told me if she couldn't have me.
Now, this is the part where it's like, bro, I'm going to need a source on this. Like, I'm going to need a receipt on this one because you could be big lying. You could be big lying. Yes, indeed. You could be big lying.
She'll rather me be dead. So I have.
See, I don't know if that adds up. You're claiming she tried to get you locked up. You said if she can't have you, then she'd rather you be dead. Well, then why is she trying to get you locked up as opposed to kill you? See, I don't know if that quite adds up. And I've had a couple, fatal attraction type situations, and they usually don't want to get you put in jail. And if they did, then that would be a woman that's like pretty jacked up. And the question would be like, well, why did you choose her, Mr. Spiritual Guru Man? Mr. Spiritual Guru Man. Now, I'm not going to lie. Shout out to David. He's a lot more nice of a guy than I am. I'd have been like, bro, like, hurry up with this story, man. Ain't nobody trying to hear it. Man, let's get this debate on. 44 years. Like, bro, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Carry on.
Every reason to say, man, marriage, it's just not for me. Women, I just can't trust.
Wait, what do you mean women? What do you mean women? Bro, come on, stop it. What? Bro's about to quit on women altogether. He wildin'. Shout out to Carter writes, peace of the saints. Before I send tuition, let me say all praises due. All praises due to the Most High. Let God speak and let the devil close his lips. Amen. You feel me? This ball's insane. He is insane. Shout out to Levian. Writes, this does not even come close to what is owed, but I finally caught alive. Thank you for all the wisdom and value that you provide. Really doing God's work for real. Peace of the saints. I appreciate that. Peace of the saints. Shout out to the real ones supporting the work. Shout out to the men that stand up, pay what they owe. Shout out to the men who make their name known. Acknowledge Johnny writes, respect Marquett. Peace of the saints. Indeed, peace of the saints. Acknowledge Reginald. Absolutely. I'll go ahead and send you an email. Reginald will be at Saints Weekend. I will see you soon.
Mind you, I'm facing 44 years in prison. My wife that I have was pregnant at the time.
Bro said that I have.
I fall into a...
Now, what I would have had to get him to clarify, and let me know if I'm correct here, Saints. Let me know. if you had a woman who claimed that you were beating her, just beat it. Just beat it. No one wants to be defeated. If you were beating one woman, how'd you have another wife at the same time? I'm curious. No, really, I am. I'm curious. I'd need him to clarify that. And I think that's a valid question to ask. And truth be told, while he's trying to build momentum, even though it would have looked rude, I think it would have been completely reasonable, and it would have been very effective to have destabilized him psychologically if Cooley would have interrupted and said, oh, well, how'd you do that if you're already married? Or just interrupted him altogether and broken up his flow and his like whole monologue that he's putting on right now. Because truth be told, the moderator shouldn't be letting him go on like this, because it's like, what does this have to do with the debate? Let's go ahead and get the debate underway. It's my curiosity. Anyways, carrying on.
State of being a complete alcoholic, a drunk. I turned drunk. I'm losing my mind, literally falling apart. Mental.
Wait, hold on, Mr. Leader Man, spiritual teacher man. Not God's lamb, not the Lamb of God being polluted by the devil's elixir. No, say it ain't so. And here's another thing that's funny to me, and I've caught unfortunate cases, and I was innocent in all the cases. Unfortunately, the filthy legal system of the United Snakes of America, their criminal injustice system, I was found to be innocent as I am. But one thing that never happened, never, ever happened, did I get so broken up that I would engage in self-destruction. And here's the difference. I was a child. I was a teenager. Yeah, facing serious cases. Not for no hoe stuff. You heard me, like beating abroad. Nah, nothing like that. You know, real G shit. But I find it strange because when you get slapped with a case that's, you know, where you're innocent, you don't fall apart emotionally. It's almost offensive. It's almost angering. It's something that you have to fight because it's the injustice of it. You don't fall apart like, I go to jail. I go to jail. I go to jail. Nigga sitting in front of JJ's liquor store hitting the OE. Nigga sitting in front of JJ's liquor store was this nigga over here is a Mad Dog 2020. This bitch trying to send me to jail. She not here. She hit me first. Like, bro, stop it. There's no way an innocent man started hitting the bottle because of a case, especially if you a nigga. Yeah, let me just keep it a bean out here. Who ain't caught a case? You start falling apart psychologically and crying because you caught a case? Word? You weak, homeboy, in a real way. I mean every bit of that. You's a soft nigga, man. Yeah, I really mean that. You start crying and drinking? You became an alcoholic out of nowhere? No, I don't believe that, partner. I believe you were already an alcoholic, partner. I believe that you're a serious liar, buddy. Now, you didn't become an alcoholic at that point. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you were already an alcoholic and that's why you end up putting your hands on that broad. That is what's more likely to have happened. Marquett, why do you say that? Because we don't become a new person in our adulthood. No, we don't. No, we don't. We don't become a new person in our adulthood. Nope. Bro over here caught a case, start falling apart, but he's worthy of leading men. That's extraordinary. I caught serious cases as a young boy. No, I ain't crack at all. My mama catching cases. My grandma caught cases. My pop, I didn't even get to see his cases. He was already doing 10. You hear me? How weak are you? Where did you grow up where this wasn't catching cases? Where did you grow up where this wasn't dying every day? Boy, you weak. What kind of neighborhood this guy from? It's disgusting, honestly. Makes me sick to my stomach. Spit in his face. I get disgusted with guys like that. You catch a case, start crying, become an alcoholic, can't maintain your own emotions. You need to hit the bottle to level you out. You weak. I hate you guys. I really do. I despise people who can't manage themselves. You need a little bit of medicine to get you back even. You're weak, boy. I really mean that. I despise people like that.
Breakdown after mental breakdown after mental breakdown. Fall into.
Bro is talking about mental breakdown after mental breakdown. Now, here's the thing. He's later about to say, Cooley, you're not married. You can't give advice to people in relationships because you're not married. But you over here being a spiritual guide when you were yielding to the most basic thing in the material world: addiction, alcoholism, weakness, mental breakdowns. How are you a guide of anything, much less a spiritual guide? Somebody tell me I'm wrong. And how is it that you got young boys in the hood that got more mental stability than you as a grown man? Come on, man. Somebody's lying here. Somebody's lying here. This ain't adding up. This is not adding up at all. Now, I've seen people sweating when they catch a case and they know they're guilty and they know that evidence is going to be not in their favor. Yeah, that'll make you develop knots in your stomach when you know you're going on a involuntary vacation and there's not much you can do about it. That'll put knots in your stomach. But there's no way you completely innocent and you falling apart like that. There's no way you were not previously a drug and alcohol abuser and all of a sudden you done became an alcoholic at the exact wrong time. Stop it. We're not fools.
With deep state of depression.
Deep state of depression.
My wife
Amazing.
comes in the room. Bro, I have some scissors to my neck. I'm like,
Amazing.
it's over with. It's over with.
Wait,
Everything I'm
word?
cursing God.
Word? Bro, you weak. Where's bro from? Like, what neighborhood I need to know. No, for real. Where Brody from? I need to know where his grandma stay at. This is crazy. I'm in there with the scissors to my neck. I'll do it. I'll do it. Stay back. I'll do it. I'm in there with the scissors to my neck. I got the scissors. Like, bro, what? Do you even know how to do it right? Scissors, bro. Go get the clapper, man. Put the clapper to your neck. See what happened. Make the world a better place, weakling. Yeah, I truly believe in survival of the fittest, boy. I really do believe in survival of the fittest, boy. I'd have walked in and sat down and hoped you'd have did it. Yeah, because I'm really like that. I really do believe that the strong shall survive. And it's because of you weaklings here, you create havoc on earth. You weaklings, you lie, you turn things upside down. You a toe sucker, boy. What do you mean, Marquett? Yeah, you's a toe sucker. You suck the broad's toes. Yeah, you suck her dirty feet and you grovel at her feet because you are truly weak, and that's the only way she will accept you, if she can use you, because you yourself are of no value and you have no self-esteem. That's why you are about to off yourself, because you're weak. Yeah, little bottom feeder, little toe sucker. You's a toe sucker, boy. And that's why I hate having to share a planet Earth with you toe suckers. Because you done toe suck the broad, then she run into a real boss and she don't know what to do because you have misconditioned her. And she think I'm a suck toes. Why, there's something gonna get sucked, but it ain't your toe, baby. It ain't your toe. Come on now.
God, you ain't nothing. You're not real. You don't exist. Because why would you do this to me? Everything I've been through, this is how I'm going out?
Bro,
And I'm not
what you been through? You ain't been through nothing. You start crying, you catch a little DV case. You ain't been through nothing, boy. What you been through? That's how I know you's a sucker. Yeah. Listen, man, if you really been through something, I promise you catch a little DV case, you wouldn't be sweating. Why? Because if you really were in them trenches your whole life, you would have thought that prison was on your path, whether you choose it or not, dummy. Why? Because your daddy was in jail, your mama spent time, your grandpa spent time, your grandma spent time, your grandma had 9 kids, all 9 of them spent time. You would have thought it was on your path, fool. So when it came time, you wouldn't have been that bothered because you knew it was waiting on you, you coward. I hate these kind. Honestly, I'll take a fiber wire to this ball. I hate these kind. I really do. Crying at. Ball soft. I hate these kind. I do. You're lying. You're lying. What you been through? You ain't been through nothing. I promise you I hate these kind. What you been through something. You would have expected this if you'd been through anything. If you've been through anything, you wouldn't be crying. Fool, you ain't even go to jail, dummy. You crying at the prospect of going to jail. You ain't even go down for no years. You got this dramatic story. You ain't even went down for no time. Where do they get these people? Where do they get these people? Oh, I said bro was beating the kids too. Not the kids. Not the kiddies. It's crazy out here.
Afraid to be incarcerated. I'm a man wherever you place me, wherever.
No. Don't talk that, homeboy. Nah, don't talk that. I wasn't afraid to be incarcerated. Nigga, you was drunk and crashing out, bro. You was scared. It's okay. Just don't lie about it. It's okay. It makes sense to be scared. Who wants to be locked up with a bunch of hooligans? Low IQ people, criminals, career criminals, gang members. No, it's okay. Booty bandits. It's okay. You could be scared, but don't lie about it. Don't lie. You were definitely scared because there's no way to crash out, getting drunk and being depressed. I had the scissors to my neck. I had the scissors to my neck. My wife came in. She went to go get my neighbor. Save this man. Save this man? I want you guys to remember those words. Save this man. That's what he teaches. Save this man. And I teach the opposite. No one will save you. No one. No one. You got to save yourself out here. Huh? That's cute talking about you wasn't scared, but you had to, this is to my neck. You scary ass boy. You was terrified.
Afraid to be.
Yeah, that's right. You wasn't scared. You were terrified. That's the word.
Everything I've been through, this is how I'm going out. And I'm not afraid to be incarcerated.
Stop lying.
I'm a man wherever you
Stop
place
lying.
me. Wherever you place me, I'm standing how I stand.
Stop lying.
Period. And those that know.
Please stop lying.
But this is how I go out.
Please stop
44
lying.
years, plea to 15. I turn into a complete alcoholic. My wife comes in.
You turn into an alcoholic. Word? That's amazing. I'm just trying to figure out how that works. How do you turn into an alcoholic out of nowhere? So you're telling me you went a whole lifetime without vice. You went a whole lifetime without being an addict. Then one challenge comes and now all of a sudden you's an addict. I don't know if I believe it. Does anybody else in the chat believe that? Because that doesn't sound quite right. And you know what? I was born at night, but not last night, nigga. So I'm going to need a better story than that, you lying rascal.
My wife, the beautiful one you see me posting all the time, she see me at my lowest. My lowest. Scissors to my neck. She comes in, what are you doing? I push her. She runs to the neighbors.
He said, scissors to my neck. Bro, I swear, if you was a real one, you would I got to clap her right here. I ain't going to show no camera. I got to clap her right here. If I need to get up out of here, boy, I ain't a sucker like you. I'd get myself up out of here. We ain't going to make no YouTube videos, no sad stories, no scissors to my neck. You's a hoe, boy. You didn't really want to do it. If you was a real one, you'd have got it done. So shut up and quit telling your sad stories. You scissors to my neck. I don't want to hear about what you're about to do. I don't want to hear about what you thought about doing. I want to see what you did do. Huh? These one of them boys that got all them damn stories. These one of them boys in the hood think he El Chapo. Yeah, man, I used to sling this and man, I had all this money. Bro, don't tell me the stories. Show it to me. Man, you's a talker. You's a real preacher. Got 1,000 stories and fantasies to tell niggas. We don't believe you. Scissors to my neck. What kind of nigga does it like that, bro? Stop it, man. Go get the hawk, man. Get it done. Go get the clapper, man. Get it done. You's a weak one. I hate people like you. You weakling. I wish y'all all would get up out of here, to be honest with you. I'm a different breed. Yeah, I'm a different breed. Ain't no sympathy in me. Because unlike you weakling, when you said you had it hard, I really had it hard. That's why I'm hard, boy. That's why I ain't got no sympathy for you, boy. I say do it. I say do it. Yeah, because I grew up in an environment where I could have got took out by the environment. You feel me? Wolves and snakes out there, boy. You's a weakling. You about to take out your damn self. Where they get these balls at, man? I thought it's about getting up out the hood. This ball couldn't even get up out his own damn head. The ball's weak. It's disgusting.
For help, to help me.
Help me.
Somebody.
Listen. And I want you guys to know, this is the guy that's trying to teach women. He's weak. He is a woman. He need help. He need help, boy. You ain't never in life heard me in a position like this. I was in the hotel room in Vegas. Scissors to my neck. Scissors to my neck. I was about to cut it. Scissors to my neck. Like, bro, shut up, man. Stop it. And how weak are you? You was about to dip out on your old lady. You said she was pregnant with your seed at that time. Kind of a weak nigga are you, man? I heard the niggas running out on their girl, but that's a different level. You really trying to run out permanently. Bro was seeking a permanent exit. Talk about leaving your girl and your kid. That's a different level, boy. You're weak, man. You're really weak, Brody. It's insane. Nah, ain't no come on Saint. F all that. Ain't no come on Saint. Bro, because where I'm from, my wolves will be like, bro, despicable. Get yourself up out of there, boy. Yeah, we ain't got no mercy for that. That's not our, boy. That's that nerd-ass white girl shit. That's that 14-year-old white girl shit, boy. For real, though. That's some 13-year-old white girl stuff right there. I'm depressed. Mom, you did look at me, Mom. Look at me. That's some 13-year-old white girl shit, man. Black people don't do that shit. Not a grown black man. Get your together, boy. For real, I mean it.
Scissors to my neck.
He just said it again. He said it again. Scissors to my neck. I'm a damn near make a track. Scissors to my neck. Hey, scissors to my neck. Hey, scissors to my neck. Hey. And now I don't want to hear nobody talking about you're mean. You're insensitive. Mental health is real. You know what? God damn it. I am insensitive. God damn it. And I am a mean. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. And you know what? You keep talking crazy. You mess around with me, boy. I have some scissors to your neck in a real way. You did. And I'm going to get the job done too. Don't play with me. None of you rascals. Scissors to your neck. Scissors to your neck. Scissors to your neck. Hey, hey, if you disrespect, hey, scissors to your neck. Hey, if you disrespect, hey, scissors to your neck. I could show you how your neck disconnect. Hey, give me my respect. Hey, scissors to your neck. Scissors to your. Anyways, carrying on. Carrying on.
She comes in. What are you doing? I push her. She runs.
Whoa, domestic violence. Why did you push her, man? Stop being so mean.
The neighbors for help to help me.
Look at the nigga Cooley. Look at Cooley. Yo, look at Cooley. Look at the nigga Cooley. Yo, I swear I would have had to interrupt this. People would have been like, this is the most vicious individual on earth. No, you did not interrupt this ball's 13-year-old white girl story. This ball thought he was Paris Hilton and his mom. Yeah, man, I'd have had to interrupt it. I'd have been like, bro, ain't nobody trying to hear this shit, man. Take all that home, bro. Let's get this debate popping. Tell Lil Hubby to shut up. Oh, good Lord.
Somebody help this man.
Help this man.
That's what my neighbors do.
Help this man.
They clip it for 15 minutes of fame.
Wow.
And says he beat her. There's no documents. There's no police records. There's nothing.
Somebody help this
man. So
man.
I have every reason to.
Somebody help this man. I just need somebody to help this man. Please help this man.
Who dislike women, especially women that look like me, because these were black women.
Man, I hope these bras didn't look like you, Brody. I've seen uglier people, but I hope these bras didn't look like you. That would not be a good look. But all of this, like, my black sisters, my black women, man, knock it off with that, Brody. Knock it off, man. If she got 2 legs, 2 arms, and all the necessary parts, and she knows how to serve, man, deal with that woman. All of this, you black, I'm black. Man, stop it, man. It's nonsense. You guys don't have the same religion. You don't have the same folkways, mores. You don't have the same anything. The only thing that's the same is your skin color and your language, which didn't come from your black culture, okay? So stop with the BS, Brody. Stop the race hustling, man.
Black women. Mentally falling apart. I'm talking about you following me for how long, brother?
About 5 years now.
Did you see all that stuff that's going on online? Y'all is a woman beater. Y'all is a woman beater.
Bam, bro. So this is another indication. Clearly the moderators mess with them, and hey, that's a beautiful thing. I think it's good to be able to do business with people that you respect, and clearly they respect him. So shout out to them for being able to link up and do business with a friend and a comrade.
Y'all is a woman beater. Why? I was facing 44 years.
Bro, I told you not to say it again.
15, but look at Yada.
I said, don't you say it again.
Look at Yada.
And he said it again. He said 44 years ago. I told him not to say it. And what's bro's government name? I know ain't no way this bro's name, name is Yada. Yada, I mean, skiggly boobop. You heard me? Like, I know unless his mom was like from the Yay area, and there's like, what do you want us to put on the birth certificate, man? She's like, Yada, I mean. What was that, ma'am? Yada, I mean. Okay, ma'am. Yada, first name, middle name, mean. Okay. Yada, I mean. Sure thing, ma'am. Like, what is bro's government? People be coming up with the most creative things.
Where's the guilty at? No one cared. So Red Pill, I can understand why y'all frustrated. I've been there.
Wait. I'm not red pill. I don't know what them boys is off of, but I also don't know what this guy is off of. It just seems as though he told this long, weird story to get sympathy, and like, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on, but this nigga think that everybody's Oprah. Like it seems like he wants everybody to walk up and like rub his back or something. Like, bro, you gets no kudos for that, homeboy. You gets no kudos for that at all. Matter of fact, we kind of looking at you like, bro, what's wrong with you? Cute ass. Them cute ass fake teeth over here, these cute ass glasses on, talking about 44 years, I played at 15, I hit a woman, yeah, I understand. Bro, don't nobody care about none of that. None of that. Knock it off. Little nerd. These boys cute out here. Little nerd. Reginald, I just shot you an email back. I will need an email back from my email. Anyways, shout out to the folks supporting the work. May I acknowledge via PayPal. Shout out to Dominic. He writes, Peace of Saints tuition. Keep going, boss. Fascinating. Okay, so the Velvet MDB label is coming from one of the Saints. So if you would send me an email separate, just noting that your backpack briefcase should have a tracking number. So email me separately on these two items. They're shipped separately, but you should already have a tracking number for the backpack briefcase. Those are both sent separately. But do send me an email on that. Shout out to JVR, writes tuition. Appreciate you. Shout out to the real ones. Shout out to the ballers who got the backpack briefcase in a real way. May I acknowledge Mr. Simmons. He writes, Peace of the Saints. Keep the scissors on their neck. You ain't lying, bro. I'm keeping my foot on his necks. I'm definitely keeping the scissors on their necks. Somebody help this man. That's crazy, bro. It's insane out here in a real way.
Been attacked by a woman that said she loved me, told me if she couldn't have me.
See, now this part I don't believe. See, because he's trying to make it. He's trying to patch up things and he's trying to dress up things. He's trying to put makeup on a pig, which is to say, take a bad situation and spin it in his favor. At the end of the day, my boy, you were mispimping because you apparently put your hands on the broad and then she went to them boys and maybe you paid her off. Maybe you had some folks scare her or whatever you did that them charges got pulled back. That's what that was, little bro, because anybody who's hitting that bottle real deep, you guys are known to be violent. You guys are known to be abusers. And we all know that. You hit the bottle, you get crazy and slap up your old lady. We know how that go. That's an old story, homeboy. So don't act like you became an alcoholic after that. We read you. You didn't lie to us successfully. Now you're over here talking about like, she's over here like, if she can't have me, no one can. She's going to get me locked up. Like, bro, stop it. Stop it. Because I didn't have them obsessed like that. And what they wanted to do was make me richer. They wanted to stick to a boss. You dig? They wanted to be under my arm. You dig? They wanted to do my bidding. They wanted to keep other women away from me. Come on now, man. We don't believe you, partner. Especially not the way you be sucking toes. Stop it. No woman runs after a toe sucker like that. Stop it. They keep their foot on your neck and they keep them scissors to your neck, Brody. Stop.
You'd rather me be dead. I understand. But when I sit across from men like him with no substance.
That was crazy.
And it comes to...
Yo, that was crazy. That was crazy how bro went from give me sympathy to this nigga's a bit. Like, that was crazy. That transition was insane. I got to rewind. That was insane.
When I sit across from men like him with no substance.
That was insane.
And it comes to relationships and
yo, that was bonkers. No, you didn't just go from saying you had the scissors to your neck and went straight into just disrespecting bro like that. That was quite a transition. I'm gonna need a better segue than that.
Marriage, he comes from a place of fear. We have to understand when it comes to marriage, it's deeper than a piece of paper. We're talking about being.
Now, here's the crazy thing. The hosts are doing an atrocious job in as much as this Baldwin just went off on a 30-minute monologue about, I had 44 years. Then I had the bombs in the bottle. I had the scissors to my neck. And now he done came back to the debate topic. Bro done spoke for like 80 minutes straight. This is insane. There's been no interruptions, no objections, no nothing. I couldn't have done it, man. I could not have done it. That was insane. And he can't even keep a train of thought. Like, this man's train and ran off the track, got back on the track. It's extraordinary. And why is he making this face right here? I guess this is what he was getting prepared for them 44 years. This face bro is making is for them 44 years. If I'd have got 44 years, I'd have been in there on my knees doing this. That's bonkers. Oh, he making that face for if he got it to them 44 years. Insane. Utterly insane.
Ordained by God. A lot of men suffer from divorce because no one has properly told them how to choose a woman. If a man knows how to choose a woman, he does not have to worry about divorce. Me, when that woman was giving me 44 years to say, "Now I beat her," I chose that woman. They can go online right now and will not see no response about anything she said. There's no video ever of me speaking bad about this woman because I take full responsibility for what goes on in my life. That's what.
Wait, what does this have to do with the current debate topic? Number one, what does this have to do with the current debate topic? Then number two, please stop trying to spin things and make you, like when you're basically taking an L, stop trying to turn that into a W, bro. You picked a broad that damn near got your ass locked up. That's not a W. Like, I don't want to hear like, I didn't make one video about her, bro. Like, we don't care. Like, she almost got you locked up for half a century. Like, are you kidding me? Like, we don't care if you made a video or didn't make a video. The L is the fact that you almost went to jail over that's crazy. Okay. So like, I don't want to hear no, like it was a triumph. Like, no, bro, that's a L all around. Stop it. You should have kept that story to yourself. You talk too damn much. I know your mama at home slapping your daddy like, oh, there you go again, telling his business. Yeah. You need to sit down and shut up, Brody.
Men do. So when you step into marriage and you have to doubt the woman that you're with, you've already lost. You've already lost.
Maybe the problem is that you did not appropriately doubt the woman you were with. That's how you ended up in jail, little buddy. Maybe you should think twice about that one, little buddy, before you go around giving people advice, little buddy. That's insane. That's insane. Oh, my. Shout out to Fred. He writes, scissors to the neck? Where they do that at? Bro, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. You feel me? Like, that's how you know he wasn't serious, man. It's like, come on, bro. Shout out to Stop Playing Trey. He writes, he's not fasting. When you fast for prolonged periods of time, your cheeks sink inward. His cheeks look like he just ate. Oh, I don't believe nothing Brody says. I don't believe he's been fasting because everything about him is so... he's going overboard to say, hey, I'm the religious guy. Look, I have these beads and I'm trying to pretend to like be in the remembrance of God with these beads. And I was fasting. Remember, I was fasting. Everybody, I was fasting. Don't forget, I was fasting. It's like, bro, you're trying so hard. And everything is like all praises, all praises. God is good. God is good. Let me speak and let the devil be silent. It's like, man, stop it, man. I know his wives be like, I know when bro leave the room, his wives be like, this nigga right here. This dude is ridiculous. It's amazing, though. Shout out to Santino. Writes, where is his straitjacket? Man, I'm trying to tell you. The crazier thing is that we're in a world that is deeply lost when there is any significant number of people who would listen to this nonsense. Shout out to Armando. Writes, this is exactly what we need today. These MFers are soft as ish and are ruining society, getting away with simping, degeneracy, and disrespect. Seems like only a revolution will fix it. You ain't lying, bruh. Yeah, man, I'm trying to go Conan out here, man, in a real way. Shout out to X Sharp. Writes, peace of the saints. Saying I really need to book a consultation. I don't want to waste your time. How much do I need to save up for a consultation? Thank you for all that you do. The ism is the only thing that keeps me going. Absolutely. And shout out to the real ones. The consultation is booked at thesassin.com, or you can go directly to Cozy Cal, and I'll drop the link there. I try not to say the price on the videos because the price does change according to my schedule. And the busier I am, I try to increase it so that there are fewer people making consultations, which is actually the opposite of what most people do. I think they try to sell more consultations. I try to reduce them. So at that link, if anyone wants to book me for their show, if anyone wants to book a consultation, you can do it there. Information will always be updated. That is the latest pricing. And if someone were to watch this video at a later date and the price changed, I don't want them to be misinformed.
I believe every man that's following the will of the Most High God Because if
of the Most High God, the Most High God that allowed me to put the scissors to my neck. Bro, shut up and sit down.
I'm not mistaken, God says when you find a wife, you find a good thing. Am I mistaken?
Don't ask if you're mistaken. Just cite what the scripture is, and then we can carry on, buddy. Just do that. Just cite the scripture. Just say, in the 109th surah or verse of the Quran, it says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Qul ya ayyuhal kafirun. And then just tell us what he said and then carry on, bro. Like, stop playing games out here talking about, am I mistaken, bro? Stop with that nonsense. If you don't remember the scripture, then just say that.
When you find a wife, not shack up with a woman, not have a babies by a woman and not claim her, but when you find a wife, you find a good thing.
No, that's ruthless. No, that's ruthless. You have a baby with her and don't claim her. That's ruthless. Now, look, I just want it to be known for the record. The big homie, I'm not saying I'm beyond any of that. I'm just saying stay on your toes, stay on your toes. Expect anything from me. Expect the unexpected. It's the saint and the sinner. You never know what you're going to get. That's what I'm saying. But I want it to be known for the world to hear. If you're not on program, you gets nothing. You dig? No, if she on program, oh man, she can have the world. Yes, we gonna be in it to the end if she's on program. But if she's not on program, just call me Bennett. I ain't with it. Carrying on.
That's why you have to stop following men like this. He's a shack up man. He
should call bro a shack up man. Now the crazy thing is just one of this ball's upper veneers, just one of them bad boys is bigger than two of his lower teeth. That's insane. No, take a look. It's crazy. Take a look. This ball got money though. You could tell when people got them big Gervonta Davis veneers, they got money. Shout out to Brody. He really fleecing people effectively. Bro got that one big veneer is bigger than two of his bottom teeth added together. That's an amazing thing. Shout out to bro's money game is strong. Praise the name. All praises be. All praises be.
Shacks up with women. And I can know.
Call bro a shack up man. Hey, shout out. His jabs were quite nice. They were quite nice. I was enjoying the low-key jabs throughout. But ain't nobody flame game like the big homies. Nobody, baby. Nobody.
I know for a fact he was raised in a single parent household. He's never seen his mother properly loved.
Why he do bro like that? He said, I know for a fact he was raised in a single parent household. Now, here's David could hop back with a good comeback. I'm going to see if he hops in there. He's being silent, but there's a very nice comeback he could have slid in.
This isn't a man. This is a devil in physical form. Brother, what's your name?
Dang. He said bro is a devil in physical form. That was insane. That was insane. And then he turned and said, what's your name? Come on, man. The lies, bro. The lies. He turned and said, brother, what's your name? Do any of us believe that after, and on his own Instagram, Yada posted the advertisement, David versus Yada on his IG, and then turns around and says, brother, what's your name? You can't make this stuff up.
Loved. This isn't a man. This is a devil in physical form. Oh, brother, what's your name?
And I like how he paused to wait for the answer. No, he didn't pause to wait for the answer. Like he ain't lying. Bro's a fine actor. He is a fine actor.
What's your name, brother?
Asked him again. And then has the nerve to call him brother. And this is why these race hustlers, Dr. Umar included, I don't mess with them because it's so insincere. You call me brother, yet you don't treat me like a brother. You call me brother, yet you wouldn't give me clothes off of your back. You wouldn't split your food in half to feed me. Don't call me brother. You lie. You abuse the word. You don't believe I'm your brother. In fact, you believe I'm someone you can use as a stepping stone to get somewhere. I'm someone that you would do dirty to do yourself right. Don't call me brother, you scoundrel.
What's your name, brother? What's your name, brother?
That was insane. And then he's over here being disrespectful. What's your name, brother? What's your name, brother? What's your name, brother? Now, truth be told, we getting into the fade territory. We're getting into friendly fade territory. And I know the two Christian brothers that run the podcast, I know they don't want that. But me, if I was running the podcast, I'd be like, look, man, I'm willing to take out a quick pause for the cause. We could grab some boxing gloves and some headgear. Let's get this off y'all chest because this is a little too disrespectful. I feel like we can come back with mutual respect after somebody get them paws put on them because this is crazy. He said, what's your name, brother? And then dude tried to respond, what's your name, brother? What's your name, brother? What's your name? That was so disrespectful. He must have security in the building. This nigga must have security right next to him because there ain't no way in hell he verbally deboing like that.
Isn't a man. This is a devil in physical form. Brother, what's your name? What's your name, brother? 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 I'm talking about the demon in you.
No, that was insane. That was insane. See, I kind of like Yada. Shout out to bro. Cause somebody sent bro a thumbs up emoji. Like, this is from the Saint in the Center. Thumbs up. Send a nigga thumbs up emoji on my behalf. That was amazing. But like, what's your name, brother? 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 Brother. That was crazy. Somebody sent a nigga a thumbs up from yours truly. That was great. That was good and terrible. So disrespectful. My Lord. My Lord. Oh, and by the way, where the hell are the moderators at? Damn, moderators just disappeared. These niggas done jump ship. Ain't no moderators. Bro over here that said, what's your name, brother, 18 times. David ain't got one word in. Moderators is gone. Moderators then went to the back. They in the back eating fruit snacks and niggas eating chips and dip, watching it on TV like everybody else. That's crazy. Oh, Lord. That's beautiful. Shout out to Charisma 808. This nigga's a wankster version of Denzel Washington. I'm telling you, man. Shout out to Kinchley, writes, quote, "Woman Enough, ? Is a thought-provoking, attention-grabbing title that challenges modern women to reflect on what they provide and what they need." I agree. Yeah, let me take a look back at that poll real quick. Pause. Let me take a look at that one. He said, what's your name, brother? What's your name, brother? Brother, what's your name? Yo, this dude is funny, man. Like, I could see, some people I'm like, yo, I don't know why they have a following, but Yada, I know why bro has a following. Bro is legitimately funny. He is legitimately funny. Word life. Like, he's cracking me up. Okay, so the poll results, we have 38%. Can you be a housewife? We have 35% woman enough and 27% the housewife experience. Go ahead. I need some more people to hop in that poll because I want the result I want to win. So hop in that poll. I still have faith. Hop in that poll, ladies and saints. We need more votes there.
Cool, the demon in you. My name? The demon in you. What's your name? The demon in you.
You don't know my name. You have
before.
Okay, they're both wilding right now. And I almost can't be mad at Cooley in as much as Broden just called you a demon 2 times and asked you what's your name 7 times. Moderators ain't hopped in at all. And yeah, so, and Bro been speaking for like 9 years.
Woman.
Oh, praise be to woman
across
there
the
we go.
Right
That's
now.
the devil showing. That's the demon showing.
Shout out to Yada. Bro gaslight game is on turbo. His gaslight game is extraordinary. However, there's only one gaslighter greater. Shout out to Mr. Chambliss, writes, brother Yala should use them scissors to cut taxes. I know, right? Like, bro, where the scissors at? Where are the scissors?
You started with that. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name, demon?
And here he is back here, still asking him what is his name, calling the gentleman a demon. He said, "What's your name, demon? What's your name, demon?" But I might have to catch one of his, just be stroking his chick out like, "What's your name, demon? What's your name, demon?" This is crazy. Now I see why I enjoyed this one more than the Anton debate, because the Anton one, they was just both saying what they got to say. No, this is good. This is good. Bro said, "What's your name, demon? What's your name, demon?" Oh, goodness. I'm gonna go ahead and take a pause for the cause. You guys want me to carry on? I carry on. If not, then we will call it here and we will reconvene with Hustlemania. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Go ahead, cast your votes. It's on the YouTube live chat. Cast your votes, please. Bro said, "What's your name, demon?" That was beautiful. Oh, man, Yada is an entertaining gentleman. Shout out to Yada. Send that man a thumbs up emoji on my behalf. Peace of saints. Are you coming down regarding that text message? You're not. It was crazy, bro. Cause like out of nowhere, I was like, yo, I was like, yo, did like a pipe bust that motherfucker? Yeah. Bro, out of nowhere, I was like, yo, what is going on with son? Like bruh, I was damn near about to call you. I was live I'm live right now, but I was live and I was like, yo, like, nah, something ain't right, bro. Bro, it was mean too, and I was like looking around like damn near wondering if somebody else in this moment. Bro, I swear I'm gonna go check everything. Like and it's ironic because I just purchased some plungers too. Like I just like ordered a cup. If you need one, let me know. You do? Okay, all right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I was just like purchasing a number of items, towel racks, things like that, just basics to get ready for Saints weekend. Cause you know, people might come blow the bathroom up. You heard me? And like, you feel me? And I'm like, nah, plunge this yourself, my boy. I got you covered. But yeah, bro, I'm gonna definitely take a look at everything. Cause that hit me something crazy. It was like dookie. Bro, it was like, it was overwhelming, but it was like so sudden, like something that just happened. Yeah, it was concerning. I feel like I still need to do a search. Yeah, yeah. Nah, it was spooky, man. It was spooky. Did you see that Yada and David debate? Nah, I didn't see it. It was funny. What's your name? What's your name, brother? What's your name? What's your name, brother? Yeah, bro, dude is very funny. The thing is, man, with this internet stuff, is like I could already tell, like. I'm just tripping, like, man, like, I thought I was just like a regular guy. Like in my neighborhood, like most people were like me, shared similar values in the hood. You feel me? And it's like, I'm hearing bro, like caught a little DV case. Tell me, I've been 44 years. I started drinking. I was like, I don't remember people being like that. Yeah, I was like, I don't recall that. Yeah, like where did bro grow up at? Anyways, what's your name, brother? That nigga crazy, bruh. Anyways, let's work. Here we go. May I acknowledge supporting the work. Shout out to Mr. Chambliss. Writes, Brother Bear, Brother Burton. May I acknowledge Endless Apex. Good to see you again. He writes, Saint, can you describe what the housewife show will entail, please? Absolutely. So basically, we're going to do pre-records. We're going to bring the young lady in. We're initially going to interview her, get some of her views on, do you think you deserve a provider? What does a provider consist of? If you're going to be a stay-at-home wife or woman in a relationship, what do you think you should be doing? We're going to download all of that. Then we're going to take her straight into, married life, starting with basically from morning all the way till evening when you're going to go to bed. We're going to record that whole process, which, like, for me, it's going to be based on how I live. So one of the basics is when we get out of bed, like, you make the bed. Number one, generally, because I'm getting out of the bed first, but number two, because it's your job. I think mostly it's the responsibility of whoever gets out of the bed last. And usually that's always going to be the woman, right? Because I got to get up and get after it. Either I got to get a workout in or I got to get to work. So we're going to have her make the bed. Then we're going to have her cook breakfast. And in this case, she's not going to have any groceries. So we're going to have her go to the grocery store and do her grocery shopping and come back and make breakfast. We're going to take note of, did she ask me what I want? And what did she come back and cook? And how good of a job does she do at cooking it? And then does she serve me the food after we eat? Does she clean up? Does she clean up straight away? Does she wait? Do we have to tell her to clean up? And these are all the things that we're cataloging. And we're going to do pull-out sessions during the day. And we're going to pull her out and say, hey, well, you did this. How'd you feel about this? Or Marquett asked you to do this and this. Do you think that's reasonable? Is this too much work? Is this easy? Is this the kind of life you want? Hey, his rating of your food was this. His rating of your cleaning was this. What do you think about that? We're going to go through the whole day like that all the way to the end of the day. We're going to chop it up, put it together, and then premiere it. And our hope is that it'll be largely uncut, and the only cutting will be basically us inserting in her reflections on different periods of the day. And of course, you're not going to get any downtime like when she's driving or when I'm driving her to the grocery store, unless there's meaningful conversation. So that's what it'll be. Shout out to Mr. Moore supporting the work rights. Peace of the Saints. Can you check out my last super chat and the other miss chat? Did I miss some word? Okay, let's see. I'm scrolling back to the super chats right now, and I do not see but the one from you. So if anyone else sees another super chat from Mr. Moore, please post it. But I don't see it, or any others. Maybe a issue with the technology. Somebody let me know. Obviously, that's why I recommend using the information below, because it comes in by email. Shout out to Brandon. He writes, what do you think of ring or fling? I've not heard this phraseology before, but generally all of these things benefit women. And honestly, I think that even the concept of the ring is very problematic, in as much as they want you to spend so much of your income on this ring. And the only utility of the ring should be to let others know that she is taken. Hence, it should be a ring that is of a material that will not cause her to break out. Doesn't have to be real gold or real silver or real platinum. Just has to be a material that will not cause her to break out, is reasonably stylish and can be reasonably styled with whatever she's wearing, and looks like what we would consider a wedding ring in the West, so that people don't bother her. But it should not take a significant portion of a man's income. Shout out to Dragonfly supporting the work. Appreciate you. Yes, indeed. May I acknowledge via PayPal? Shout out to Seven. He writes, what do you think about Michael's? Oh, okay, actually just saw that on PayPal as well. So he came in 2 times for that one. Appreciate you. I'm all caught up there. Mr. Moore said that I may have missed one of his super chats. I don't see any other one. If someone could let me know, please advise. He states, can you be a housewife? Sounds playful enough to work. Is it like a game show? It's more reality show than game show, but it's reality show in a way that we haven't seen reality shows. And it's more focused on the dynamic between the two, but also getting into the head as you go through a process that is designed at some level, but still unpredictable because of the way the woman is going to fill in the blanks. And my hope is that women will be at home, some of whom are great at being a housewife or could be great at it. And they say, hey, I want to go on there and I want to compete. I want to go on there and show my stuff. And then eventually we'll be able to cut up the clips and re-release clips put together so you can see side by side what it looks like when a woman is learning, what it looks like when a woman has excellence and confidence in the household, and how a woman is supposed to cater to a man appropriately, and also how the man caters back to the woman, and how that interplay between the two looks and functions best. Anyways, so can you be a housewife? I actually think that is a name that sounds pretty good. Can you be a housewife? I do like that one. I like that one, and I also like Woman Enough. I think those two really sound good. I think the housewife experience is probably, it's also an accurate name. I like that, but it might be lagging behind the other two, but the poll will decide. I'd appreciate if you guys would go ahead and populate into that chat or that poll so that we can get the very best name based on your wisdom, because I don't trust what I know. I trust what you all can put together collectively, the wisdom of the crowd, so to speak. Carrying on.
Across the table. What's your name, Demon?
You're a female.
What's your name, Demon? It's going to come. It's coming.
Guys,
this is pure hatred right here. He said, "What's your name, Demon?" This is pure hatred between these balls. I can't even say between these balls. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's Yada. It's from Yada.
Guys,
it's coming.
1 second.
It's coming. It's coming.
Guys, hold on, wait.
Yo, they need to fade in a real way. And I'm not even an instigator. I just feel like this is fade worthy right here. This is not, they don't need to debate. They need to fade first and then debate. It'll only be right. You know, if this was old Europe, I'd say we need a duel. Grab the saber. It's a duel time.
Quick, because
I destroy men like
coming,
and you're going to see it.
It's coming.
You're going to see it.
I want to make sure we clearly get the answer, because
Yada got that evil in the boy. I can see Yada really did bit down on that mouthpiece. He ready to go in. He definitely ready to go in.
Because he never answered the question.
Should marriage
be emotions?
It's coming.
And Yada,
Are these super chats not popping up? Because like the gentleman wrote super chat, and I didn't see this one. Did anyone else see this pop as a super chat? Because I didn't see this at all. Anyways, he writes, "I'll claim the Shystie's room during Saints weekend if you'll allow." If this is Kenton from the Florida section, just send me an email, CC your executive on that email, and just reconfirm this, and make sure you get an email back from me. Okay, if you don't get an email back from me, you ain't locked in. So just send that. Have your executive CC'd on that, and then we'll get it confirmed.
just so I can be clear here, should marriage be the ultimate goal for men?
All men should strive to marry the woman that they're with. If they don't see that, they should not be with her, period.
Now, Cool, I do want to give you the opportunity to respond to this. How much of a man's reluctance, or just men in general, their reluctance to get married is based on fear or hurt from past relationships?
Bro, that's crazy. Like, it depends on the man, but I don't think most men want to get married like that. Let's be real here, man. If you really got it like that, 9 out of 9, if you in that strong position, you trying to, you heard me, you try to chop a couple of them things down before you finish. You dig? You trying to chop a couple of them down and, ooh, she thick. You know, see what that do. That's what a lot of guys are off of. It's not, I mean, guys who can be off of that are off of that. And then you got the weaklings. They just, you know, they just trying to get a taste, find a female that they like. I don't even think they're trying to get married. You know, it's a bit of a bygone thing, especially I think that they're a bit misguided in talking about marriage disconnected from family and children. That's all one thing. And that's forgotten in today's society. That's supposed to be one thing.
I mean, it depends on a man. That's an anecdotal question. But I mean, a few things that he said there, he's talking about the red pill community. I mean, if you look into that,
Well, first off, that is not a community. That's just a bunch of nerds on the internet. Okay. Carrying on.
When you're speaking about the red pill community and pointing at me, no one said that I'm in that community. So you have this mindset where you hear certain content and then you just put everyone in a box. That's not how it goes. The thing is this, my brother.
Is it my brother?
The red pill, that concept is just based off of truth. When they asked me the question, I spoke truth. I did not speak how I feel. You're a woman, and you're going to get the...
So Yada didn't call him a demon, and he didn't call Yada a woman. So here we go, ladies and saints.
Is work now. You are a female. I'm looking at across this table in your eyes. You spoke nothing but feelings. You spoke about, oh, your situation and that you're a victim and that, oh, and you still married a woman. Great for you, my friend. Great for you. They asked me a question and I answered it. I never said I was against marriage or anything like that. I answered it properly and said I'm against the marriage in modernity times. Pre-modernity, it was great because women wasn't really working. They were that incentivization. I said currently right now, the marriage. There are incentivized in a contract. You see, Marty is
Like you said, I am a businessman, a great businessman. And I understand that family is the first business. I'm speaking, brother. You're shaking your head already.
So if you would have measured up the time spoken up to this point, you'd see that you're probably at about 70% of the floor Yada has had, 30% of the time Cooley has had. Is definitely imbalanced and unfair so far, but that's really upon Cooley to advocate for his fair share of speaking time. So that is what it is, and that's his folly for not pointing that out. Yada's being very strategic and basically shutting up Cooley and positioning Cooley as one who is interrupting due to emotionalism. So that's very strategic in terms of tactics.
Answer the question.
You're talking about feminine traits. Shaking your head already. You're shaking your head already.
Females
bro,
avoid questions.
I'm speaking, brother. I'm speaking.
Yes or no?
You're showing feminine traits again.
These guys are hilarious. Shout out to Michael. He writes, I have a missed super chat. No, I definitely will read your super chat. It just frankly didn't pop up. I didn't skip it. I got this one. It seemed these came in twice, by the way. This one I have at $2 two separate times. Oh, he writes, no, I meant your show title. Oh, Ring or Fling. Oh, I got you. Nah, there won't be any fling. I mean, I get it, but I want it to be clearer. Clever, but also very clear. Okay, so if that's what you meant, I'm caught up with yours. But if not, if you guys could use the information below, it'd be a little easier.
I listened to you. I did not cut you off. Not once. Control the panties, please. Control the panties.
Hey, bro, come on.
Control the panties.
Little Ninja Turtle over here talking about control the panties. I'm about to get Master Splinter in here to correct you, brother. Chill out, man. You sound silly.
Go ahead, Yada.
Yo, Yada is a devious, diabolical kind of nigga, man. Bro is a master manipulator. Listen, bro is a master manipulator. I'm going to enlarge this just so you can see his facial expressions, and you could see the point at which he feels as though he got Cooley emotionally. So check out Yada's face. I'm going to pause it on there when he makes the
Not
face.
Once. Control the panties, please. Control the panties.
Hey, bro, come on.
Control the panties.
And then Lamar Odom start laughing, so that definitely is not going to help Cooley's situation in terms of staying in control.
Little Ninja Turtle over here talking about control the panties. I'm about to get Master Splinter in here to correct you, brother. Chill out, man. You sound silly.
Okay, so when he said chill out, man, you sound silly. So I think at that point, Yada had got under his skin, and then Yada felt that, and look at the look Yada gives right here.
Go ahead.
Like he looks at his man's like, yeah. And so Yada is definitely throwing these jabs, and Yada started it off. Yada was definitely the aggressor in this whole affair. And you know what? Fortune favors the bold. You definitely would rather play offense than defense. That's for damn sure. Shout out to Nikita. Writes, thanks for all the knowledge you're passing down. I always listen to you during work. I appreciate it. Shout out to the real ones. And I want you to know, listen, man, ain't no soft over here, man. It's all real. Ain't no softies, ain't no crybabies, ain't no, I had to do it, like, ain't none of that, man. Ain't none of that on this side. You dig? Just real ones.
Hey, Yada.
Brother, again, family is the first.
Wait, did you start off calling dude an actual demon, calling him a devil in the flesh, and then you turn to call him brother? Extraordinary. That is the inauthenticity. Shout out to Dominic, supported by PayPal. He writes, are you wifeable or the wife experiment? Yeah, that's what I consider the wife experiment. I think that sounds interesting, but maybe a little bit too sciencey or something. Are you wifeable? I think almost wifeable, just the word by itself, wifeable. And that sounds like a startup. Thank you very much.
Business. If I'm stepping into a business to make money and I don't think the business partner I'm with is beneficial to me, I will not do business with that person. Do you understand? Oh,
See, that's an unnecessary question, right? Do you understand? It's like you didn't say anything complex, so you just carry on with what you're saying. That was not necessary. So I'm not sure why he asked that question other than to agitate.
the demon showing
You
again.
didn't. You didn't
The
answer
demon.
the
I
question.
just told you.
You didn't answer the
Family
question.
is the first
Family is
business.
business. So you
if
will
I
sign a
have to
contract.
question, marriage is a contract, brother.
Yeah, but that
marriage is
business-
a
So here's a strange thing, and he's about to contradict himself. He says family is a business, and he says marriage is a contract. So he's using these very earthly, materialistic, legal, government-based terms and structures. And then later he's going to say, marriage is spiritual, God, marriage, spiritual. And so it's mixing up so many things. And this is precisely why the average bimbo, single mother bimbo, might follow him, in as much as they're given to all forms of mysticism and nonsense, like the occult and the horoscope and all the silliness. And he's mixing all this stuff in. The ball is really stirring up potions out here.
contract.
They are incentivized.
Marriage
Your wife
is
right
a
now, she's
contract.
incentivized
marriage,
to leave you.
Marriage is
She'll
a
get half.
contract, brother. If my woman
Brother.
left me, she deserves more than half, brother. That's
great,
my
but she's
woman.
still incentivized.
That was crazy. That was crazy. Hey, man, and if that's how he wants to live, fine. And any man, or male rather, that would think that he's making sense is a fool and will suffer a fool's fate. So that's fine. That is what it is. Now, I can't blame any of the thoughts for following him or promoting his way, because it would only empower their thoughterry, right? They'd only be better at fleecing men for money if they can get the man to follow someone like Yada. If she leaves me, she deserves more than half. That's insane. It makes no logical sense.
Again, if I'm stepping into a relationship based off fear, I have no business being in a relationship. Feminine traits. Control yourself, brother.
Not feminine.
It's ironic how they both may purport to respect women, but everything disrespectful is calling the other person a woman. That's kind of grimy. Like, I got to make sure I don't do that either. That's not quite right. This name I like right here. Bro said the wife test. I kind of like that. That kind of sounds good. We might have to throw that in on the vote. I'll take out the lowest rated one and put that in there, the wife test. That sounds really interesting.
Control yourself, brother.
So you mean to tell me what is
Oh, goodness.
marriage is from the biblical
Oh,
perspective,
goodness,
right?
brother.
So that means that let's just take it back. Let's just take it back even further than pre-modernity, right? So at the end of the day, marriage is a covenant between the man, the woman, and God. There weren't any contracts that was made to incentivize women to leave the man during when marriage first came about. There wasn't anything like this. So I'm not against marriage. I think you still don't understand my point. And I'm not saying not to get into marriage because of fear. I'm just stating what's true. You're using feelings again. So what is true? Would you sign a contract that someone is incentivized
You just
to break
said you're
it?
not talking about fear, but you keep on saying, "Oh, she can take half and she can leave you, brother."
No.
Hold on.
So one of the things that is a finer point that you'd be very strategic to pull out is that Yada is accusing Cooley of fear. And there could be fear, but there also could be calculation and dealing with uncertainty. And when you're dealing with human beings, you're dealing with those who are fallible, imperfect. And I believe Yada will make this point later on. But more importantly, certainly when you're dealing with a human female, you're dealing with a being that is more prone to emotionalism. And when you take that inclination toward emotionalism and you pair that with the government incentivizing the breakup, and then also a society wherein the culture is, really degraded, then yes, there's exposure, there's risk. And in a business, you take every effort to mitigate or minimize risk. That would have been the perfect response, which is to say, well, if you view marriage as a business, as you've stated, we know that businesses have a risk management wing or function to them. And I'm basically managing risk. Furthermore, tell me what we add to the marriage by getting it legal. Like, what is the add? There's no actual value add. And some would lie and suggest that, oh, well, I can't visit you in the hospital if not, I'm not a part of your family. That's a lie. You literally walk in and say, that's my wife, that's my husband. They'll let you right in. in. They're not going to ask you for a marriage certificate because almost no one has one on them. So that's a complete lie. In terms of inheritance and other things like that, you can put power of attorney in anyone's hands. You can write up a contract to allow people to represent you or to get benefits or be able to visit you in the hospital. So this is all just a matter of separate contracts. So there's a lot of ways to break this down in debate, but what we're really dealing with are not argumentative points right here. But we're dealing with two men who seem to have significant levels of acrimony. And as a result, it's an exchange of shots. And I'd say the more effective with the shots, not with the argumentative points, but with the rhetoric and the tactics, would be Yada in this case.
Hold on, brother.
That isn't fear. It's a fact.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. No, you're giving your opinion, brother.
No,
Stop.
That is a fact.
Stop.
Please refute
Are you married?
my point.
Are you married?
Please refute.
Are you married?
I'm not married. No.
Okay, so how can you speak on this, brother? You're not
Okay.
qualified to even open your mouth
I'm
right
not
now.
qualified.
You're not qualified
Marriage-
to open your mouth right now. You're
I'll let
not
you get it out.
married.
Okay, so
Now, this is wild, and this is precisely, first off, Cooley's problem, and this is why I recommend the Master Communicator course, because it teaches you how to deal with characters like this. If he would have taken the Master Communicator course, none of this would have been an issue. It would have gone swimmingly, and he would have not also answered that question just now. Furthermore, at this time where Yada says you're not qualified to speak on marriage because you are not currently married, that kind of negates the fact that Cooley's been in a long-term relationship that also has kids. So that doesn't respect the actual biblical realities of marriage, or the religious backing of marriage as an institution, not government seal being needed to be put on it. That's number one. And then number two, at this point, I would have said, okay, well, you had a mental breakdown. Are you qualified to lead anyone or to teach anyone? You're mentally fragile. You're sensitive. So should you maybe close your mouth? I think that would have been the perfect time to fit that in there.
So marriage is a relationship. So
Oh,
marriage
God,
is
here we
under
go.
the umbrella of a relationship.
Oh,
So
man.
therefore, since someone doesn't have a title, that doesn't even make no sense. That's a logical fallacy. That's the appeal to authority fallacy, which means that you could say that, well, bro, you don't have a certificate, so you can't speak on this.
What?
What are you speaking about? So tell me, let's test your logic real quick. If someone is a mechanic and they have 15 years of experience, but they never got their certificate, 15 years of experience. The other person, they have 1 year of experience, but they got their certificate. Who do you think is better at fixing your car?
If I have
Who do you think
Shut up to Cooley about to yell at this ball.
is better at
Let me
Who do you
run
think is better
Watch
at
you,
fixing
Cooley
your car?
just turned up on bro.
if I have
Who do you think is better at fixing your car? Answer the question. So what I'm telling you,
you're
you
not making
committed a
sense.
logical
You're not
fallacy.
making
Okay, so this is sad. When Yada says he's not making sense, that's insane because bro just made perfect sense. Cooley just made perfect sense. Yada is big lying right there. And that's sad because you cannot debate someone who's completely disingenuous, especially if the moderators are disengaged. If the moderators are disengaged and the other person's disingenuous, meaning they won't play ball, then no one can establish a point.
sense
You
again.
committed a logical
Your
fallacy.
feminine
It's an
traits are
appeal.
showing again.
Bro,
Well,
again.
let's keep the.
You're gonna lose this debate, bro, because you're speaking from feels. You already
Wait,
lost.
so Cooley, do you consider there to be any benefit to marriage for men?
Well, let me ask the question this way. I'll bring the question and pose it to
stuttering.
him. No one's stuttering.
Nah, you don't have to ask me no questions,
But
brother.
I'll pose the.
Look, back in the day, we used to call them chunkums. We call it chunkums. Like, oh, bro got chunkums. That means like he'd knock you out. You dig? And the way Yada is talking, bro, he's talking like he got some amazing chunkums. You dig? I'm like, yeah, bro be chunking up. Like, man, like the way he's talking, he got to have the most extraordinary hands, or he got a strap on him, or he got like 2 security guards that we can't see off camera because bro is big disrespectful, just unnecessary.
Well, let me ask the question this way. I'll bring the.
Not the fake laugh, please, Yada, not the fake laugh. And it's ironic because he's about to say that Cooley was stuttering, and you guys heard at the beginning, Yada on 3 separate occasions was stuttering something vicious.
Question and pose it to
stuttering.
him. No one's
Nah,
stuttering.
you don't have to ask me no questions,
But
brother.
I'll pose the question to the entire
disrespectful.
audience in the conversation. What benefit does a marriage? I mean, there's a few benefits that marriages
God.
get, that men get in marriage, and that's okay, tax benefits and multiple other benefits. But as far as signing the paper, because we got to differentiate the two. Marriage, being married in a covenant under a church, under religion or God and stuff like that, yeah, it's spiritual. It's many benefits as far as spiritual benefits, of course. But if we're speaking about it, if we take that part away and we're speaking about it just signing the contract, the only other benefit is some tax benefits. Other than that, what benefit does a marriage?
So let me
what
do
benefits a man?
Let me
just finish real quick.
You
My
got it.
point.
You got it.
The question that I'm posing is, what benefit does a man get in a marriage that he already doesn't get in a relationship?
Okay, bro. Now listen to me, brother.
And that was a very good point that David just shared. And I'm trying not to say that word because it is in fact a slur. However, we see that now Yada has taken the position of kind of demeaning tone and condescending tone. Now listen to me, brother, which is like, forget everything you said. Now listen to me. I'm the important one. And it's like, bro, come on, man. That's not quite right. But he trying to little bro David right now.
You said this spiritual. You said the spirit. You
no?
said this. I'm not gonna answer the way you want me to, but I'm gonna answer
Okay,
it.
cool.
Thank you so much.
Got it.
You say this.
That was very womanly. I'm not going to answer the way you want me to answer to. Thank you very much. That was definitely some bra stuff. You heard me. I think we've all heard him say that. We'd be like, that was a yes or no question. Can I get a yes or no? They're like, I'm not going to let you tell me how to answer the question. Bro, wildin'.
Spiritual aspect. Take that away. You can't take it away. When you're doing business at a high level, clearly this is not a business, man. He's a TikToker. I get it. But when you're doing business.
That was bonkers. Bro said clearly he's not a businessman. He's a TikToker. I get it. That was a slap in the face. Lord have mercy. That was a slap in the face. And that, I must say, that was one of the most vicious slaps in the face I've seen since the slap contest that Dana White hosts. That was vicious right there. Bro mean with it. He mean.
Since at a high level, the first thing the person to ask you is, are you married? Come to dinner. Bring your wife. That validates how consistent a man can be, how trustworthy a man can be.
I don't know about that, bro. I've had tons of business dinners around the world, and people generally don't say bring your wife. In fact, they almost never say that. You might ask if you can bring your wife, and then they might say, oh yeah, for sure, or I'll bring mine, but it's not like a requirement. I think that's a bit overhyped, but carry on.
No real man is going to shack up with a woman and not make sure she's properly taken care of if he passes away. So if Cooley built a lot of wealth and he's with a woman and he dies, guess what's going to happen? Guess who's going to get the wealth? Not the woman that he's been shacking up with.
Oh, that's a lie. You can do all of that without signing a piece of
here
paper.
we
You
go.
can put
Come on,
someone
bring
on
it.
your will. You can make a woman a
Typical-
beneficiary. Listen, let me answer the question.
can't wait.
So what I'm
Come
telling
on.
you is, what
See right there, that would have been Cooley's chance to fire back and say, look, emotional. You're acting like a woman. That would have been his chance to do that, but Cooley missed that opportunity.
you just said is a lie.
Come on.
You just said that. Well, what?
Come on.
What's it gonna? What?
And right now, Cooley is being unsettled by the constant interruptions, yet he's not calling out the interruptions.
What is the wife going to benefit from this marriage if
Bro,
he happens
that's
to
like
die?
hard.
Well, he could still put her on the will. He can still make her a beneficiary. He could do all of these things without actually signing that paper. Also, right? If he is
Did bro say all praises 2 times? He wilded, bro. He wild.
in a relationship with a woman, he can still protect and provide for that woman. If he loves that woman, he can still take a bullet for that woman.
And this
You're
is what
looking
I
at that
mean
title.
right here when I said this is not a businessman. Because if
And that is the exact place you were cut off and interrupted brutally.
For that woman.
And this
You're
is what
looking
I
at that
mean
title.
right here when I said this is not a businessman. Because if you write a will can be contested. Do you know what that means? Contested. You're
So he's claiming that Cooley's not a businessman because a will can be contested. Well, perhaps you're saying Cooley's not a lawyer. And more importantly, anything can be contested in the court of law. Anything. That doesn't mean it's going to stand. Anything can be contested. So he's really making no real claim. And these kinds of specious arguments are only persuasive to those who are unsophisticated because perhaps they're young or because they're maybe women that similar to what he's accusing Cooley of, don't have significant business experience. So this is a bit, this is not really good argument. It's not a good argument, but it's a good argumentative tactic.
You're not a man. You're not making no real money, so you don't understand. Listen to me for one moment.
What you talking about?
No.
He said, you're not a man. You're not making any real money. Sheesh. And that's one of the things about the internet is that we can all say anything. We could say that we're worth $80 million. We could say the other person's broke. It's no way to confirm it. And you even hear 50 Cent and Rick Ross going back and forth. Rick Ross calls 50 Cent broke. 50 Cent calls Rick Ross broke. Are either of them broke? No, they're not. It's just silliness, and it's lies on both sides, and it's quite despicable, honestly.
No, brother, I heard you say on a podcast you make over 6 figures a year. I make over 6 figures a month. We're two different types of men.
That's total.
The boss talk. Now, that's a beautiful thing. Let's say that it's true. Let's say that Cooley is maxing out at 6 figures per annum and that Yada is making 6 figures per month through whatever means. That still has nothing to do with the current arguments. This boss talk is beautiful. I enjoy it, but it still has nothing to do with the current arguments at all.
Totally fine. You're still a Ninja Turtle.
Next feminine traits.
You started it
feminine
off, bro.
traits.
So
Like basically he's saying I have more money than you. Well, if Cooley would have turned around and said I had more strength than you, which is like, okay, yeah, you might be making 6 figures a month, but I'll pack you out right now. You say something wrong, I'll break your jaw. Well, it's also irrelevant. It's just basically saying I'm exceeding you in a category. So it's just
I asked him. The crazy thing is, before we started,
look at the
I said,
demon
listen,
showing
bro,
his face.
Do you want to make ad hominem attacks?
Come on, look at me when you're speaking, brother. Look at me.
So check it out. Let's try to keep it. Let's try to stay progressive here, fellas, because I want to make sure we can.
I just really need to know, is there a bodyguard in there? Because I am shocked that Yada is so foul. And for me, if bro would have started the conversation with that little monologue he did talking about he was on the edge, he was, mentally unstable, he was using alcohol, he was about to, I had the scissors to my neck. Like, if there's no way you're going to say that and then come disrespect me, like, bro, like, nah, nobody is getting at me foul in general. And definitely not the guy that was about to off himself. Like, bro, those are fighting words and you're going to have to fight behind it. Like, this is crazy.
Actually move through this because this is actually a really important conversation because Cooley's not the only guy I've heard say that.
Right.
There's a lot of men that actually believe this because we've seen things go left for men on many occasions. And there is just a lot of discomfort and concern building around the union of marriage. So I'm curious about this because I got a little sister myself. Many of us, just how life is going to go, we're going to end up raising daughters ourselves. It's just kind of what it is.
Yeah.
I know sometimes we can get caught up in protecting ourselves as men, which we have to. I mean, we have to think about what practically makes sense for us. But let's think about it like this. I want to twist this. If we were giving some game to our little sisters or a woman that we care about.
So clearly, as I mentioned before, the moderation side is favoring the position of Yada. It just is what it is. I mean, that's the only way to say it, is that they're favoring the side of Yada, which is fine.
Is it a good idea, or do you think, Cooley, a woman can still be secure, protected, and I guess comforted in a marriage without the legal document and paperwork? Is that a good deal for the woman as well?
Yeah, she could be married in a church under, the Spirit of God. That's totally fine. Why would you?
God.
The thing is, like,
bro said the Spirit of God. The Spirit of God. May I acknowledge Melvin? He writes, "Peace of the Saints, wifed or wife-able can be a good title due to it being short, sweet, and straight to the point. Basically, it's a reality show. Having a long title doesn't sound or look good." I agree with you on that one. In fact, I think one of the titles that I submitted for voting is in fact too long. And so I did get 2 submissions from Dominic. He wrote, one of which is Wife Life. So I'm going to post up 3 of them as an option, which is Woman Enough, then Wife Test, the Wife Test, and then Wife Life. So those will be the 3 that we're going to post up for your final vote.
This whole thing, as far as the legal situation, this is still new. You know what I mean? And the legal situation, it doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. It only benefits the woman. It doesn't benefit the man at all. And the man, the only reason why, like, did you listen, or did anyone listen to the things that I said in the beginning? Pre-modernity, women weren't really working. They weren't in the workforce. So the reason why they made the marriage laws this way, where women get alimony and things like that, is to incentivize them because they're not working, right? But prior to even that, there wasn't any incentivization for women to get. Now we're in modernity. Women are in the workforce. So therefore, why are they still being incentivized to leave the man? That doesn't add up. That's the only part that I'm against.
So Cooley made this point earlier. And again, I think that with what he's doing, he's made good points. He's suffered in terms of his debate tactics. And he's also failed to destruct Yada's arguments, to effectively interrogate Yada and get Yada to respond to him. And so Cooley's been largely defensive or interrupted. And so Yada by far has had superior debate tactics while not having superior arguments. And the truth of the matter is, in the Master Communicator course, I talk about how to win both. How do you win the argumentation, and also how do you win the performance? Because it is a performance.
Is the legal part. Marriage itself is a blessing. It's a great thing.
What about the selection process?
What you
About
mean?
choosing the right woman? How much do you think that factors into it?
I mean, that factors into everything. I mean, a man choosing the right woman is everything. A man needs to have discernment.
One thing you guys will notice if you're taking data on it is the moderators have asked Cooley questions, I believe 3 times. I think they've asked Yada questions 0 times, which is not to say that it's a bad thing to ask questions, but it can unsettle someone, especially if they're already on their back foot.
Man, he needs to really, really make sure he's choosing a woman that's worthy of taking a bullet for. Like, this is the thing. Women want a man to protect and provide for them and to take a bullet for, right? That's what they want. They want a leader.
That whole bullet thing, I think, is probably not even necessary. I hear a lot of the red pill guys say that, and it's just probably just not even necessary to say anymore. Shout out to Michael. He writes, Quet is the boogeyman of the debate game. Oh, in a real way, by far. He writes, is there someone you would be interested in cooking alive in a debate? Oh, man, whoever want to go on a barbecue, man. The only thing is that I want it to be someone that would have crossover audience, meaning that if I'm debating people where there's just such a huge gulf and their followers are like anime people, like they love anime and grown men watching cartoons and just obsessed with video games. Like, it's one thing if people play video games or enjoy anime, but it's another thing if that's like their lifestyle and culture. There probably is not going to be a lot of crossover with someone like me that promotes you going outdoors, being in person, having friends, having good relationships with women, making money, being a good entrepreneur, self-improvement content. So it has to be someone where there's good crossover. So if we did have a debate, it would be engaging, it'd be enriching. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a mean situation. Like, for example, if I debated Anton Daniels on if a man should be a provider, which I don't think a man needs to be a provider, that'd be a good debate because we have crossover audience. We share audience and have crossover audience. And it's someone I could have some mutual respect for, and we can build, we can build on ideas. That would be fruitful. Even someone like Yada, that would be a fruitful debate. Now, we already know whoever it is I'm eating. Pause.
So the man should find a woman that's worth taking a bullet for, a very submissive woman, a feminine woman, a woman that's going to cheerlead him on, a woman that's going to be by his side. Yeah.
A leader does not need anyone to cheerlead them on. They just lead.
So he's seizing on peripheral things that are not a part of the core argument and also are just like silly. Like, just because you have a cheerleader doesn't mean you need a cheerleader, right? So it's a different thing. Like, for example, if I have a driver in my Maybach, or if I want a driver, doesn't mean I need a driver, nor does it mean I can't drive. And that's the kind of structure that Yada has taken in his response to that particular remark. This is just a bit silly and nitpicky. Ahmad might pick that off, or Cooley could pick that off, or David could pick that off. I don't think it's about to be picked off.
And this is what I'm saying, brother. I understand that you were raised in a home without a father. I can see.
Bro is going for the jugular constantly. He will not let up.
It all on you. No, listen to me. I love you, and I want you to understand this.
Extraordinary. You're my brother, and I love you. We're strangers, and I've done nothing but disrespect you, but you're my brother, and I love you. That's extraordinary.
Scott.
I love you, but bro, you've been hurt. You've been extreme.
Oh, this is the womanly tactic. And I shouldn't say womanly. This is a tactic used by women who themselves are hurt and dysfunctional. And you hear this constantly. Who hurt you? That's what you hear from him. And he's pulling out that exact playbook. It's extraordinary.
No,
hurt,
you've just
and it's still
expressed your hurt.
showing, and
I've
it's
never
still
been as hurt
showing,
as you've been-
and it's still,
as
and it's
you've
still,
been.
you're stuttering, brother, and
No,
it's
I've
showing.
never been as hurt as
It's
you've
showing,
been.
brother. It's
Never
showing.
been as hurt.
It's showing.
You just explain your whole
It's
situation,
showing,
how
brother.
hurt you were.
Yada,
It's showing,
quick
brother.
question,
So I'm
Yada.
sorry for you.
Is
Thank
I
you.
never had no
Thank
chick
you.
play me like that.
what do you see? The reality of it is,
You sure?
going back to it, it is a lot of men that that have fear around marriage. What does that say?
And this is what men need to do, brothers. If you have to question the woman that you're with, you need to go back into healing. We are responsible for the women that we bring into our lives. And as the brother said, men are leaders, and we lead in the good and the bad, and real leaders take full account.
See, I would have had to stop him right then and there. Like, what do you mean leaders? Aren't you the guy who said you couldn't handle your situation and you failed as a leader, and you were about to not only try to escape your situation by taking yourself down, you were also about to escape your wife and your child because she was pregnant with your child. How are you a leader? Oh man, that would have been cooking point. I'd have had bro like flamed rotisserie grill, all that.
Accountability for everything that goes on in their life. So if you chose the wrong woman, it's your fault. And then ask yourself why you chose that wrong woman. And
Obviously, you just spoke. I want to give close up. Should marriage be the ultimate goal for men?
Marriage is a beauty. You find for that. It's a good.
On just his negative comments about single moms while dating one and having additional
All the chats, the show, it is there for men, and it's important. They are the description. You people are still very much so split.
Because you don't have the experience. So let me ask.
marriage opens up who a person truly.
poll, guys. Go ahead and send your votes in. Should single people give dating advice? Look at that. It's literally
Different. We hear the Derek Jackson story,
Right.
where he was saying one thing, and then a whole other story unfolded in that situation.
Sure.
Derek.
So, if
Derek,
certain
cut
married
up.
men may not be qualified,
And that's the whole point about these softies. And I often remind that they have to be soft because they're inferior. They're inferior. So they got to suck the girl's toes. You dig? They can't live real boss dog and just tell shorty what it is. They got to be toe suckers, man. And that's exactly what the situation was with Derek Janky Jenks. Low self-esteem toe sucker. He tells the broad she's the prize and he's toe sucking. And on the low, he got him a little extra one of them things. You dig? Yeah. And see, you can't compare that to a boss who just, lives like a fat king and tell her off rip, like, look, you're mine and she's mine. That's that. Carrying on. You got the Derek Jenks like, oh, you're the only one. And then he try to have him a side piece. And it's crazy because the broads will fall for that. And that's why they end up picking the wrong guy, because they prefer to be lied to.
and single men are not qualified, who is qualified
The big
to
homie.
actually
The
give
big homie.
relationship advice?
Are you talking about from a man standpoint, a female standpoint,
Is it a difference?
or overall?
Well, how about this? I'm saying overall, but if there's a difference, you can nuance it and tell us the difference.
So that was the first question that I'm clocking that they've addressed to Yada. And then he counter questioned. And now he's going to answer.
Well,
as
I'm just going to speak to the men because this
Okay.
is, brothers, this is vital. A lot of us have not even seen our mothers properly loved.
Bro, it's cute. Shout out to Wishman1000 writes, wifey, simple in pop culture. It would probably sell well. It would probably be easy to market. A good way to put the medicine in the candy. Shout out to the gentleman supporting the work. Appreciate you.
Are properly taken care of. So if you want to know if a man, you should follow a man's teachings when it comes to advice, look at that man's woman and then look at that man's children. How does the woman behave on social media, off social media? How do the children behave? Like I told you last.
Like right there, he's slick shotted. Right there, he's super slick shotted. He said, how do they behave on social media? Funny thing, they shouldn't be on social media. How about that? How about that?
Time I was here, my son is only 5 years old, but when they test.
So first off, I'd be like, bro, like we don't need to hear stories about your son because frankly, I don't believe it. You hear me? Because you ain't that smart. I don't believe it. So bring in the test. Matter of fact, I want to see him take the test. I don't believe it. Stop it.
They tested him at a 4th grade level, highly intellectual, because his mother is a reflection of me and my children are.
See, that's why I don't believe it, because you wouldn't say highly intellectual. You would say highly intelligent. Unlikely that a 4-year-old or 5-year-old is intellectual. They may be intelligent, but not intellectual. This guy is, and you know, when the racists say blacks have low IQ and things like that, it hurts me. It hurts me. But when I see black folks following somebody like this, I'm like, God damn it, it might be true, because only a dummy could follow this guy peddling this religious crap.
Reflection of the mother, and God is my divine covering.
There you go, divine covering.
So when it comes to relationships, look at the man, hear him, look at the woman and see if things match up, and then look at the children. Because what did it say? The fruit of the fruits in the labor, it's in the fruit, in the spirit. Just look, test the spirit by the spirit. Isn't that what the book says? Test the spirit by the spirit. So it's not just the words. Look at the individual wholeheartedly. Him, the woman, and the children.
Cooley, same question.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with the things that he said. It's one thing that we agree on. Yeah, I think that
in the debate tactics lesson on the Master Communicator course, what Cooley just did right now, I specifically recommend against that. Highly recommend that you get, if you don't feel like you could have survived in this debate with Yada, you need the debate tactics course. And Yada, I think, did a pretty good job considering the weakness of his actual argument. I think he did a pretty good job here. So I am impressed with what he's done. He wouldn't have stood a chance against me, just not a chance in hell. But for what he has to say, he did an all right job. Shout out to him.
the question poses if, you know, when would a man, should you actually be taking advice from someone?
Or what qualifies someone to actually give relationship advice?
You know, some of the things that I even said before, like experience is one. If this man has a good relationship and he got what he wants and a woman got what she wants, and you see it through their kids, you see it through their lifestyle and everything like that, that's one thing. The other thing is that that man also needs like coaching experience though. Like if he just has a relationship, but he's not really, so let's break it down real quick. So what is marriage? Marriage is a relationship, is under the umbrella of a relationship. That's what marriage is. So if that man is going to be coaching and giving advice to anyone, he also needs experience with not just being, you know, a long-term relationship, but he needs to know the differences of, you know, pre-modernity and modernity. The dating world is much different now. It's social media, right? So quick little story just to make it.
Okay, so Cooley, it sounds like Cooley's about to go into a story. Let's see what he has.
Give it some context. A lot of men and women are failing in relationships right now is because currently right now, social media benefits the woman when it comes to dating. In dating period, women always, you know, had the upper hand in dating. That's just, it is what it is. They're a woman, more, the opposite sex is always going to be more attracted to them. They're always going to have more options from the opposite sex. With that being said, so if we're looking at pre-modernity, so pre-internet and social media and stuff like that, let's, you know, was be spiritually, mentally, physically, and
so one of the places that you'll see just in terms of oratory and style, you'll see that Yada is exceeding David in style. David is talking, he's literally talking, which is fine, especially if you have a more pedantic audience, but this is an audience that is there for entertainment. So with that being the case, explaining your points calmly in a rational fashion is actually probably not going to be very engaging or effective. And I think that he's suffering because of the way he's delivering the words. May I acknowledge supporting the work. Shout out to Carl, writes, marriage is oneness, monogamy or polygyny. Agree? Oh, I agree with you there, brother.
Financially, get in the gym, make more money, actually try to develop yourself as a man prior to getting into a relationship. Same thing with the woman. Try to develop yourself as a woman prior to getting into a relationship. And then I think that if a relationship is built and it's good, you can go ahead and, obviously it worked for you. So you could actually coach on what worked for you. But guess what? That may not be what worked for everybody. So I think that while I use these two brackets of pre-modernity and modernity, we have a lot of people that have this pre-modernity mindset where they really haven't had any dating experience dating modern day women. So they could be given bad advice because they don't know the game and how women operate with social media being out now, right? So there's men out there that they could be giving advice, but it's like some old.
Like, yeah, David's giving meaningful insights. Makes perfect sense, but I think it's not hitting as hard as it should hit because of the delivery.
Old school advice, like it really doesn't work. But if you're getting game from a guy where he's more modern and he actually has a good relationship, that may work. And it also depends on the age demographic too.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
This is the problem.
And you'll see consistently that when Cooley gets interrupted, he stops. When Yada gets interrupted, he keeps going on. He gets louder. He repeats.
We have to stop giving game and start giving real life instructions.
That's semantics, bro.
Listen, can I please finish, brother? You keep doing this. This is feminine traits again.
No, feminine
bro,
traits. You're
showing
you
mommy
try to
wounds.
say like, oh,
you're
we gotta stop giving game because I said game.
Wounds.
You're just playing semantics.
You're showing
bro.
real mommy
Not at all, bro.
wounds.
Not at all.
We have to give godly instructions because of.
See, I know that the women who follow Yada are truly wicked-hearted. They gotta be. Because you can't see someone peddle God and then be so vicious and aggressive. So vicious and aggressive. It just doesn't seem to add up for the preacher man to be so mean-spirited. Just doesn't seem sensible and authentic. Ladies and saints, I am going to go ahead and wind this one down because I think I've gotten my laugh on and this is not funny to me anymore. So I'm done. It's not funny anymore. It's just getting a little bit boring because they're going back and forth and there's no more good jokes. And Yada has not mentioned 44 years or 15 years anytime soon. I need him to go back to his earlier tactics. I need him to say, all praises due. Like that was funny to me. He stopped doing that. He's just mean now. It's not funny anymore. Ladies and saints, I appreciate those of you who have supported the work. I also acknowledge Andre. He writes, is spirituality important in a man's life? Absolutely. Human beings are spiritual creatures. He writes, could you share some wisdom on this topic? Yes, we should all meditate. At the very least, pray if you may, but certainly meditate. And the difference between the two is when you pray, you appeal to a higher power. When you meditate, you appeal to the self. You reflect with the self. And at the very least, you must meditate because you are always there. Some of you might question if God is there, but you are always there. And to have a good grip on the self will provide you with peace and stability. And that's precisely why Yada, as spiritually as he supposedly is, he was over here like, I had the scissors to my neck. That's because he's not spiritually sound nor mentally sound. Huh? There you go. Carl writes, the Saint versus Yada vote here. Oh, yeah, that'll be a good one. It'll be a very, very good one. It'll be an obliteration, and then you guys will get to see, like, damn, Yada looked good in his last debate, but, like, he ain't that good. Like, that'll be so obvious. But I also know that he wouldn't take a debate like that because he's too smart. He's not dumb. Like, Yada's not dumb, and he's smart enough to know, like, nah, I ain't going to let bro get on with me because bro, he'd take my lunch. You dig? So I think he's too smart to do that, and shout out to him. He would just be one of many highly intelligent folks on the internet who know to steer clear of the supervillain. You dig? Ladies and saints, it has been a pleasure at this time to fellowship with you all. Until next time, peace to the saints.